Okay, all right. I hit the button. 5 seconds late. I had to click a few more things because StreamYard is not used to me clicking that button. But let me know. Can you guys hear me? See me? Do I look fine? I was expecting to return later this week, so the actual camera setup is not ready yet. But I'm using my newer computer, so it should be. Hopefully, it's HD. Like, hopefully, it looks fine, right? Just let me know. The lighting definitely. Oh, this is weird. I mean, see. Oh, hold up. Let me pause my phone. Oh, little rookie mistake there. This is what I mean. On one hand, this doesn't feel like I'm not super nervous. I don't know. Now that I've started, I mean, everything's good, right? All right, let's read the chat. So StreamYard does look way different. All right, like StreamYard compared to how I was doing stuff a year and a half ago. It's not too different, but like it's gonna take a little bit to kind of go around everything. But how we're gonna play this stream, guys? With shout out, I'm looking in the corner, 150 of you guys already here. So shout out to you guys for this Tuesday afternoon stream. I just figured the new leaks were just it was a layup at this point, right? You know, instead of waiting until the end of the week, you know, why not talk about them now? They kind of came out of nowhere, and I am excited to talk about them. So basically, how we're going to play this, I'm going to read the chat for 5 or 10 minutes or so. You just kind of catch up with you guys, welcome everyone in, and then I'll probably go through. I already saw a couple super chats came in, so I'll go through a couple super chats, and then we'll pretty much get into all of the actual pictures of stuff. Not the best quality pictures, I mean, you know, but it's a leak, you know, but it's enough to be able to tell, you know, what's what, how stuff looks like, kind of what you're truly getting for your value. And just so everyone knows, if you guys have not seen like the Instagram stories and everything, Babu is still here. Babu is back. I put a couple fresh batteries in him. So, yeah, with that being said, guys, let's welcome everyone in. We have, of course, Coop. We have CPA. We have Chase, we have Minifig Center, Lego 501st, Cole, a lot of recognizable names. A lot of these names I remember from you know, a year and a half ago. And of course, a couple of you guys I've talked to elsewhere, you know, a little bit more privately, but a lot of these people, a lot of you guys I recognize. You know, it's crazy. It almost, on one hand, it doesn't feel like it's June 2025. I mean, it feels like it's June 2024. All right, so just one last time, guys. I just want to make sure you guys can hear me and see me all right, right? I've not been paying attention to the chat too much. I'm not super blurry, right? What's going on, Luke? What's up, Shreddy? What's up, Owen? What's up, Will? What's up, Marvelous Minds? Magical Ventures? Geo? What's up? Woody50? We've got Dark. I recognize that name. See, this is insane. This is like, it's almost nostalgic. It's literally nostalgic at this point. It's been so long. Damn. Of course, we have Christo, we have Fritz, we have Lightning Lord, Adam. Who else is down here? We have Derek, Papa Trips, Prince of Peace. We have W2F. I remember WTF. Another name. We have Rune. We have Stephen Jones. We have Indiana Jake. Oh, this is crazy. This is crazy. All right, guys. All right. So it looks like you guys can hear me and see me. Love the new display. Yeah, so here is the new display back here. I switched out the color shelves. You know, of course, when I get the other camera setup, is going to be a little bit more wide shot, and you guys will be able to see everything. But it's pretty cool. I've got, you know, the Slave Ones over here. I've got some lunch boxes here. I mean, that's pretty cool. Got the Christmas X-Wing. ATOT right there. Very, very cool. This set. Another thing you guys have, I mean, we'll have to do a stream, maybe later in this stream or maybe at another time, a little bit of like a recap on, like, not to like do like a big haul stream or anything, but like there has been 5 or 10 things that like are very, very cool additions to the collection. Maybe I'll show them off at the closer to the end of the stream. But again, shout out to everyone shooting super chats in here. We will get to those in about 10 minutes or so, and I'm going to space them out a little bit too. You guys hopefully will understand that. You know, I don't really want to just have like a big 20-minute segment of them. We'll maybe do like 5 here, you know, 5 a little bit later. But I will get to everyone's, and I will, of course, you know, I do see all them coming in, and it's greatly appreciated. You know, whether I get to your super chat while you're still here or not, you know, it goes a long way. You know what I mean? It's always great, you know, getting you know, support from you guys that way. We have 300 people here. Very insane. The chat's going very fast. Where's the UCS Venator? It's over there, and I'm using it as a side table to my futon. I've got my futon, and then I've literally got the Venator in its box as a side table. So that is the state of the Venator right now. What's up, Lego Empire? We have Cole Nelson, Cole York. Let's see. Oh, we got Will Hoarder 66. What's up, man? Venator side table is crazy. It's perfect height. Perfect height, and it's a very nice foundation to have, set a little bottle of water on there, right? As you're watching TV, a little bottle of water. Maybe put a lamp on there, bro. Maybe I'll put a lamp on there tonight. What's up, Ren Empire? Jake, James, Lego Lover 124. How's it going? It's going pretty good. So I'll probably get into it later this stream. I don't really want to sit here and bore everyone with kind of some of the explanation as to where I've been, but I'll just leave it at this. May of this year, it's the last month, very good month. Really took care of my health. Been working my ass off, doing a lot of stuff. And yeah, I'm in a very good mindset. Of course, Brick World's coming up, so I'm doing very well. Very, very well. How's everyone doing out there? I mean, are you guys doing well? How you guys been? It's been a year and a half since I've checked in on with most of you guys. Are you guys having a fun? Are you guys out of school? Are you guys still working? What's going on? Let me know what's happened. In one sentence, let me know how has your 2025 been so far? We're already halfway through here. How have you guys been in 2025? What's up, Padawan? What's up, Andy? Where'd you get that shirt? It's from Kohl's. That's the Kohl's special. Steven Jones is hyped to get his Plo Koon tomorrow. Yeah, I'm going to wait a little bit. The Plo Koon's great. But I'm going to wait a little bit. Again, I don't know. We argue semantics of I'm going to wait, until it's $8, but then you kind of just look at it oh, I'm saving. It's I don't know. You know what I mean? I should just pick up at retail. I want the Plo Koon figure, and it's what is $5 really going to do? You know what I mean? Danielle says 2025 needs to slow down. Yes, it does. It is insane to think we're already halfway to 2026. Let's see. Dark just finished high school. Damn. That's crazy. Congratulations. Nicholas is studying radiography. Yeah. Damn, that's crazy. Monty's working in gym. Collectors just got off of work. The stream started. 2025's flying by. Yes, it is. Cole's on summer break. Looks like a lot of people are doing good. Just graduated. There we go. The timeout is definitely over by now. What are you talking about, Andy? Feels like the whole community is here. Yeah, I mean, it's great to have you guys here. I mean, it's fantastic. And again, we will get into the pictures, from Coop's Instagram. So Coop, that's in the chat, he's got a very, good Instagram for these past couple months of, putting all the leaks in one spot over there. A couple dangerous picks, a couple common picks, but we will be using Coop's Instagram here in about 5 minutes or so, and we will start getting to everything and giving our full opinions and going from there. So Zeno's about to graduate high school. Bro, watching this instead of revising for my... Yeah, so it's a little crazy, man. I remember the days back when I was in school that, it's really weird. Am I the only one that thinks school is getting out sooner than ever lately? I remember the days, probably first through, 8th grade, it would be, first week of June, second week of June when we would actually get out, you know what I mean? But then it's I remember the last couple years of high school ended up being late May, and then it's you hear these people that get out middle of May now, but we still have people with finals, and we have people that don't get out for a week or two. It is a little weird. Does anyone know? Why doesn't the majority of the US just follow the same school schedule? You get what I'm saying? I think it's it's state by state, right? That's pretty much what it is. So I guess it's up to the states as to who decides when they get out and when they go back, kind of thing, depending on your region. Yeah, graduated in June now it's early. Yeah, I remember. Dude, it used to be literally used to be June 15th. I remember getting out, but now people are out first week of May, it feels like. Ralph just finished second year of vet school. It's a little crazy. Yeah, everyone's that's crazy. Hopefully everyone has a good start to their summer. Is that everyone that started summer so far? How's it going for you guys? Am I the only one? Am I the only one? Why is it so? At least for a Midwest thing. Again, if you guys are elsewhere in the world or the U.S., maybe it's different. But Can someone explain to me why it was 50 degrees and raining like the last week of May? Like, I mean, I feel like we didn't even have like summer's barely even starting. Like, it's still like today and yesterday were like the only like couple warm days in a row. It's like, what's going on? Like, I mean, is the climate stuff real? Is climate stuff real? What's going on here? What's up, True Squadron? How you doing? What's up, Brent? Today finally feels like summer. Yeah, I agree. Dude, Tyler, that was my weather the last. Yeah, no, it was. I mean, May was horrendous with weather. I mean, crazy. James says in England, we have about 6 weeks off for summer from July to the start of September, Midwest and Northeast. What's up, CT 2005? Ethan says 80 in North Carolina. Yeah, I mean, it was, I mean, it's like 75 today. Like, again, it's nice out, but I guess the biggest thing I'm getting at is like, I've never, like, there's never been like a cold or like a cooler side or like a rainy Brick World day. So if we go to Brick World next week, and it ends up raining and 50 degrees out, that's a little absurd. Speaking of that, the final thing I'll ask, and then I'll get into the leaks. I'll probably get into a couple super chats after this, but is anyone going to Brick World next week? Brick World Chicago. It is pretty much 7 days from now. It is in Schaumburg, Illinois, and it's a couple-day event. You know, pretty much the largest LEGO convention in the U.S. at least. Is anyone going? Is anyone going to Brick World? Jeremy's going. Lego Empire's not. Shreddy's going in 26. Yeah, it looks like a lot of people are going. Andy says no rain from the forecast on Brick World days. No way. That's a 14-hour drive. What's going on, Willie Fresh? TPC's going. Luca from Germany, how you doing? Firebird, what's up, man? Papa's arriving on Tuesday. Christo's, of course, going. Ostif's leaving in 48 hours. Darren's in the UK, so he's not going. Rune's going. A lot of people wish they could go, and a lot of people aren't going. Padawan's going in 4 days. All right, so at that point, let's get into it. Let's see how. Okay, looks like we already have. Yeah, we have about a dozen and a half super chats that rolled in. Again, no one feel obligated to send them in. It's just, of course, if you guys want to, feel free. It's the options open, and if you guys don't remember, since it's literally been a year and a half, for every single super chat, kind of the little thing around here is I do have this voice activated Babu, and everyone kind of tries to go for the hey from him. Babu's classic line. Which, speaking of that, is it not insane that we finally have a Babu minifigure coming out this year? I mean, that is absurd, man. Believe me, I wanted to almost stream that night. Like, I wish I had my live reaction of that. I was just like laying in bed one night. I think it was like 9 p.m. or whatever. And, I saw the Babu picture and I'm just like, that is crazy. It's a good little Babu fig. I mean, I'll definitely probably show that at some point in this stream and we'll talk about it. But a Babu Lego minifigure is finally back. I mean, or not even finally back. It's finally here. It's finally here. All right. So let's, Brickyard. Yeah, no, it does feel like a classic little couple year ago thing. All right. So let's get into it. We have so the first, is this the right? Hold up, let's see. Oh, I see. All right, so it's the other way now. Okay, so that's actually a little crazy. Okay, so they have the super chats going the other way. Okay, so we have Shreddy became a member. I guess are you guys? Actually no. For the return stream, I got to do it. All right, so we have Shreddy became a member. I'm not too sure what tier, but thank you. And also, I just want to give a personal shout out to I think there's like 25 of you guys or 22 or 28, something like that have remained members for the last year and a half. I just at the end of the day, I do greatly appreciate that. Since naturally you guys were getting nothing out of that, but sure, you guys are still so I appreciate that like extra sincerely. It was very nice of you guys to stay around for that year and a half break right there. But let's see what Shreddy gets right here. Hello. Oh, there we go. So Babu has to introduce himself, and can you guys hear that? Is Babu's neck about to crack? I put fresh batteries in him, but is he about to? Hopefully he fixes himself. All right, but there we go. Thank you, Shreddy. And we'll do a couple more right here. We'll do Will. First, return Dono. Don't leave again. I don't plan on leaving Will. So thank you, man, for the $2. And let's see what Babu says. Oh, there we go. The first one of the night. We have Lego 501st for the 5 spot. Welcome back to the legendary Anakin Enjoyer. Room tour video is going to be fire. Yeah, it's going to be fun. I'm probably going to do an updated one once I get everything done here. So thank you for the 5, man.
Good. Remember to go black.
We have Riley that became a member. Thank you, man. I'm not too sure what tier, but I appreciate that. Oh, that sucks on his neck. Do you guys hear that? That sucks. All right, so if anything, I'll leave it there. I think we just did like 4 or 5. There's still a lot more to come. I want to get to them, but I want to also get to the actual main subject of he has arthritis. That's funny. All right, so let's get over to Coop's Instagram. All right, shout out to Coop again. Let's get over here, and we will cover. We'll do like one set, then we'll do a bunch of super chats. We'll do another set, do a bunch. We'll kind of go like that. So present, share screen, and all right. So right here, I don't think anything is. Right, nothing is on there that that shouldn't be, right? I guess it's too late now, but everything should be good, right? Yeah, all this is just Coop's Instagram. Nothing over on the side. Yeah, there's no private. I mean, again, it's too late now, but I mean, there's no private info on there, right, guys? There's no private info, not that I can see. But all right, so let's get down. I guess let's just like start off. Let's just start off here, man. And I'll give Coop a little like right here. I feel bad. Let's give him a like. Everyone go follow Get Cooped over on Instagram. Definitely one of the, I would say at this point, I mean, especially for Star Wars, maybe not for everything. Like, I think it's just par for the course. But for Star Wars, I genuinely do think it's, Coop's probably number 1 or number 2 100% with, like, Star Wars over on Instagram. So if you guys, like getting stuff, like, super up to date, just being able to see a picture, I definitely recommend Get Cooped over there. Padawan needs to hit the hay. I'll catch rest on replay. Thank you, man. Thank you for tuning in. Well, you can. All right, guys. So what do we think about this? What do we think about the Wicket right here? I guess we'll zoom in a smidge more. All right, there we go. All right, what do we think here? So I will say this much. I mean, it's nice that it is Wicket compared to just like a regular Ewok. I guess that's cool. We should have maybe expected it. Nimble, it will be available on replay. I'm definitely not going to delete it, and we'll see if the big man wants to delete it or not, but we'll see if what Lego wants to do with it. But no, I don't plan on deleting it. This right here, okay, so this buildable Wicket right here, 75430, $90, August 1st, 2025, 1,010 pieces. So again, not the best image of it. I mean, we can definitely tell that, we can tell that it's not the best. I do think the eyes here surprisingly look fine to me, but if anything, it's the mouth. Am I the only one thinking that? I think the eyes are fine, but is the mouth the problem here? What do you guys think? I mean, of course, they have the color scheme on lock. Not too hard to mess up Wicket. But yeah, I do think the mouth is pretty much. So Cole says it's all right. Minifig says dust. The mouth is for sure. Skip for me, definitely the nose and teeth. Meth walk. So yeah, I mean, $90 for this, it's not bad. It's not bad, right? I mean, I can't complain. I mean, am I going to pick it up for 90? No. I mean, if I find it early, maybe, sure. But I'm a Wicket fan. I like Ewoks. I like Wicket. So, yeah, nothing much more to talk about. I mean, it is what it is. I like that they're doing these buildable characters. They don't always execute them properly, but it was about time that we got an Ewok. If anything, I'm kind of surprised we didn't get an Ewok. Whether it was Wicket or whoever, like 3 or 4 or 5 years ago. I'm surprised it took this long, but yeah. So there's So what do you guys think? I'll leave it up to you guys for a couple. I'll read your guys' chats, and then I will move on to the next one. We have Budget Wookie. No printing. Coop, do you know, is there any printed elements in this set that we know of? Because the eyes do look solid there, but maybe there's print on there. Not too sure. What's up, Will? Just got out of the shower. Nicholas, imagine a Magna Guard. A buildable Magna Guard. I was like, you wanted a Magna Guard as a figure with this set? I mean, I understand, we want all this Clone Wars stuff, but for a second, it didn't trigger my mind that you were talking about you wanted a buildable one. I was like, Magna Guard figure in a Wicket set, it's like, I think we're taking it one step too far there, man. But no, I get it. No, I agree. Buildable Magna Guard would be dope. Arm mechanism, I would assume the arms definitely go up and down. I mean, the one arm is positioned that way. I would assume it's not stagnant. That'd be a little weird if it's stagnant like this. You know what I mean? Buildable Foden Bead. Shout out to Foden Bead, a minifig center. That's a classic rifle. Let's actually, where is Foden Bead? Oh, here we go. All right, there we go. You guys brought him up. Who remembers? Who remembers the Foden Bead? Feels like it was just yesterday talking about him. Ethan Phillips, I am indeed back. Hoarder says fives came in the Tantive hallway. Okay, well, yeah. I mean, I guess on that, no. Yeah, I mean, if this was some anniversary thing, I agree. No, but this is not an anniversary set. Babu buildable. I mean, there's no way they don't do a buildable either Babu or just Zelen themselves, right? Like with the new movie coming out, there's no way that in like 2026 or 7 that we don't get one, right? Wonder how it scales with other buildables. Galactic says, I think it got raised to 120 due to tariffs for us. Coop, any word on that? Do we know if there's any price above 90 that this is rumored to be? Tyler, do you still have the plush Babu? Yes, I do. It's actually right here. Let me grab it. The plush Babu is right here. It's like a 5 out of 10. That's what Luke says. Well, the Babu figure is coming to the Advent. Yes, it is. It will happen in Mando movie. This is a Sean set if I've ever seen one. Have you already got all the named Ewoks in fig form yet? I'm not sure. I mean, I don't know. I don't really follow the Ewok lore all that much, but we've gotten like 7 or 8 different Ewoks in fig form, right? All right, so Stu, this is the buildable Wicket. $90. Could be a little bit more due to tariffs. I mean, let's see. Did I miss Coop's checking? All right, so this might be a smidge more, might be a little bit more, but 90 to 120, somewhere around there, about $100 pretty much for this. And coming out August, and it is 1,010 pieces. So I guess, how about we close our thoughts on this with everyone give it a score. Everyone give it an out of 10 score. Oh, here we go. Hold up. We have an executive change. An executive change that just probably made this set even worse for a lot of people. We have Get Cooped with the, it is 120 WTF. I agree. Definitely a WTF. Man, that's absurd. I mean, the crazy part is, like, I could see 100 for this, man. If they wanted to go like 99.99, sure. But 120, I do agree. I think it's 20 too much. I think it's par for the course. Like, I've been preaching this for years now, but like, I do think it's getting more and more obvious that, we should, like, everyone should just wait literally 3 or 4 months. Like, think about it. Like, even like the January sets, I think the Arc 170 took a little bit longer. One or the other took a little bit longer, but I know either the Arc or the Ahsoka Interceptor, went 20% off like 3 months in. So, I mean, for the longest time there, it would kind of have to be like, maybe we might have to wait 6 months, 8 months, maybe a year. But like these days, I mean, it really is pretty much like, pretty much 3 months. I mean, 3 or 4 months, and you can get everything 20% off. So, if the money, like, whether it's the principle of it, okay, so whether it's the principle of the money, or just like objectively, if you save $100 for a wave, it helps you out. Like, whether or not, whatever scenario you're in, I really do think it's just worth all of us just to wait 3 or 4 months. You know what I mean? I just do. And I funny enough, I do think Lego, sure, the tariff thing's a little bit different. Like, we're not going to get into that too much here. But, if the tariff thing is an exception, possibly, for right now. But it is one of those things where I feel like Lego is starting to more and more adjust their retail prices for the sake of having sale and clearance prices, pretty much soon after. I think that both helps. I think they do that because, Lego's bottom line, and even to some extent helping out, Walmart, Target, places like that. Because there's part of me, it's like, what do we think, chat? Like, when you look at, all right, say this set is, all right, like a non-tariff price, say for an example, this was going to be $90, okay? What do we think? I mean, does anyone know for sure or have a close idea if this was going to be 90 retail, what would have like Target and Walmart paid for it? Does anyone have any ideas? Because if you guys get where I'm coming at here, is pretty much if they're upping the retail already to work better with Lego's cost and then be able to sell it to Target for a little bit more or a little bit less, I guess, right? I mean, you guys get what I'm saying? You guys get where I'm getting at with this? So it could be, or is my logic flawed there? Or does it not work that way? Because if Lego's charging more, although maybe they don't need to be, they can charge Target. Yeah, okay, it does make sense because they can charge Target the same. Okay, yes, they can charge Target the same, and then Target has more room to make it look better for the consumer and knock it off for 20 or 30%, and Target's not losing as much. Am I right? Is that logic flawed there? Or is that logic correct? I think I just kind of like, I don't know. Is that proper logic that I just spoke there? Sean says Target gets 30%. Up the retail for low quality. They pay $30-$35, not more. It's not flawed. Where have I been? I've been hanging around, Ugginator. Okay, so Lego 504 says, yeah, all right, no, that's correct. Okay, sweet. Yeah, but tariffs have been dropped a bunch. I think it's poor. Well, we'll see. And this is the crazy part. I mean, we can all agree. All right, these tariff prices, maybe they have to happen, right now, for the foreseeable future. Maybe now, maybe the next couple of months, maybe even the rest of the year. But we all know going into 2026, 2027, whatever it is, we all know it's not like Lego's going to just, it's not like this Wicket set is going to go back down from 120 to 90 come January of 2026, right? I mean, we all know that. So this is like the perfect scapegoat for Lego to raise prices and really have no repercussion because they have a genuine reason up front, but they're definitely not going to reduce them afterwards, right? Anthony, what's up, man? Barley says, wait, this is a LifeBricks vid. It's not about food. That's bananas. Adam says it looks horrible. Bro needs to post more. I do need to post more. Yes, thank you for telling me that. Believe me, I definitely I've not thought that I've been posting too much in this past year and a half. I definitely have. Definitely think I need to be posting a little bit more myself. And we can't get enough. So happy to see you on a stream, bro. Heck yeah, Maul. That's business economics and nursery rhyme. Are you planning to post regularly? Yes, I am. Galactic missed the streams and vids. Thank you. I will be back. Has Lego ever lowered the price of a set after it was released? Does anyone know? I'm trying to think on that one. I mean, not like actual retail, right? Like, I mean, there was a lot of sets that just sat on Lego.com, for 20 or 30 or 40% off, like forever. Like, do you guys remember the era of like, the Black Panther bust and the Hulk Buster UCS and like the Hogwarts Express, the big train? It's like that stuff. Like, sure, the technical retail never went down, but those things sat at those percents off for a year straight, no exceptions. So I think that's just probably a better look on their end anyway. Although I don't know, it's a little tough. I mean, what do you guys think? I mean, do you think it's a better look for them to straight up reduce the retail price or to put it on sale because people think they're getting a deal at that point, but does it look bad for Lego when they have like 20 things sitting on their website for 40% off for a year and somehow, some way they're still not selling? You guys get what I'm saying there? Which one do you think is better for Lego at that point? ChatGPT says 2 sets have gone down retail-wise for poor sales. Wait until 2026 May 4th. A lot of those massive crappy sets sit at discounts. Yes, they do. All right, so I guess we'll leave this. We'll leave the Wicket here. Spent probably a little bit too much time on this guy. And I guess we'll go into this one. All right, we'll go into this one next. Kind of saving the best for last. We'll talk about this one for a couple minutes, and then I'll hit a couple more super chats. Then we will. At that point, I think we're going to start getting into the extra good stuff. So what do we think about this one, guys? This is set number 75414, the Hot Rod Snowspeeder, $55, man. Yo, Coop, is that post tariff price or is that Or is it possibly like 70? Coop, you got to let us know, man. Is this thing going to be $80? If this thing's $80, bro, that's crazy. Or is it actually 55? Do you know? Yeah, Coop, 349 pieces, August 1st, 2025, and the figures were leaked somewhere else. This has a new Cad Bane species, right? Doesn't this have a new, what are those guys called? Duros, right? Yeah, Duro. No, is it Duros? Is Cad Bane species Duros? I think it is. Isn't it supposed to be like a light green of those in this set? And then like you have man, what's the main character's name? The Griebler guy, right? Isn't there isn't his name Griebler? Like Max Griebler or something like that? Or Dev Griebler? Is it Sig Griebler? Isn't someone's name in this set Griebler? Or am I really wrong on that? Sig Griebling. Okay. All right. I never once. I still haven't watched the show since it came out. I still have not. I tried for like 5 minutes. It's just not for me. You know what I mean? These Lego animation things just aren't for me. You know what this reminds me of, man? It reminds me of like early 2000s Wendy's color. Am I the only one? It reminds me of like walking inside a early 2000s Wendy's. What do we think here? Chad, has Tyler talked about the play skill Jango? I've not. No, I've only been through the Wicket and this Snowspeeder set. Wait, is it Darth Dev or regular Dev? I'm not too sure. The price of Star Wars is getting from year to year more ridiculous. I agree. I mean, again, stuff's always going to get a little bit higher up per year, but I think Lego does take it too far sometimes. Cockpit piece is fire. Yeah, it is. It's a nice. I mean, is it printed, do we think, or is it a sticker? It's got to be printed, right? It's got to be printed. Looks kind of wacky. So it's a little crazy. On one hand, this almost has charm like the Snowspeeder did from 2017. But I don't know. What do we think, guys? I mean, it's crazy to think that this is $55, man. Because I mean, the Snowspeeder was 30. Like, it just feels like a $30 to $35 set. You know what I mean? Because like we're getting to the point here where it's like even 20% off. Let me think. I mean, that's $11 off. $44 still? What? That is absurd. Definitely not picking this one up. Z4K says, but a set that's from another genre would be 35. Yep, 40. 40's okay. Yeah, if this was 40 retail, so then you can get it down to 32 after 20% off, I would agree. I think that'd be better. It almost looks dual molded. Got to be stickers. Coop said printed, so let's take a print. Okay, his guess. Okay, Coop's guess is printed, so I guess it's not confirmed. The guy on the left is fire. What guy on the left? You talking about me? Am I the guy on the left? I mean, at least on my screen, I am. $55 completely wild. All right, guys. So leave me on a score. Give me an out of 10 score for this set. Let's just run up the chat real quick. Give me you guys the scores, and we will move on to the next one. There's no reason that is 55. I agree. Some stickers, some printing. Does it not come with any side build? I don't know, Coop. Does it come with a side build or not? Maybe it does, but even then, for 349 pieces, I mean, it pretty much all has to be for that speeder, right? For that low of a piece count. If it was in the 4s or the 5s, I could see a side build, but I mean, the old snow speeders themselves were all low 3s, right? We got a bunch of 5s. We got some 7s. Brandon, I am back. Wicket of 5, Snowspeeder of 4. What's going on, Sam Russell? 6 based on figures, haven't seen it. The Jango being 70 is the real crime. We will get to that. Is it a rebuild the Galaxy set? Think of that. It is a rebuild the Galaxy set. Yes, it is. Looks like the black frame is a separate piece from the trans yellow. Maybe dual molded. Maybe. I mean, dual molded would be crazy. We got some 9s right there. We got 2 9 out of 10s. Wow. Planet. Okay. What? It is dual molded? I mean, the studs being black on the back indicates almost. All right, let's see. So tech says the studs being black at the back indicates it's almost certainly dual mold. That's insane. I mean, look. So I mean, we could see why maybe an extra $5 of values here, right? The dual molded cockpit, but that's gonna be really cool to see. That's gonna be really cool to see. I wonder if the Duros will have a unique head mold. What do we think? I mean, Coop, you might know this. I mean, hey, Coop, you're the You're the person in the know these days, man. Does the Duros have a unique head mold or just a regular minifigure head? Adam is dusting off his UCS Cantina. I like the fire spoilers on the side, but we know those will probably be stickers. Yeah, probably on the side there. All right, so let's leave this up still for a couple, but let me get into like another 3 or 4 super chats real quick, guys, just so I don't fall too far behind. So as you guys are finishing up your closing thoughts here, we will get into some super. So next up, we have LifeBricks for the 5-piece. Mom, he is back. Glad to see you back, man. Feels like we're home again. Much love, man. Thank you for the 5-piece. Great to have you back and everyone else back. And let's see what Bobby has to say about that. Right here. Oh no. Oh no. Laughing at Austin. We have Papa Rex, and then we also have Muttley right here, 777 for the gifted 5 LifeBricks membership. Who got the memberships? Let's see. Everyone in the chat, who got those 5 memberships? So this will be a double combo here for Papa and Muttley. Thank you guys so much for those. I really do appreciate it. That's okay. Did you guys hear that at the end? That's insane. All right, then let's do one more quick one. We have Nimble for the €5 here. Nature's Healing. The goat is back. Thank you so much, man. Man, I kind of feel bad for Babu. That's crazy. I'll definitely have to look into that. After the stream, I definitely want to see if I could fix his neck. Might need a little grease or a little oil on that guy, right? So Muttley, so Coop got one from Muttley. Will got one from Muttley too. It's Cad Bane's son. Could be. Wicket says it looks like something from AliExpress. That's funny. A Bearded, what's up, man? How you doing, Bearded? Will Tyler, so nice to see you back on YouTube. Thank you, Grumster. Thank you, Cole W Stream. Thank you, man. Pros gears are stripped. All right. So let's get on to the next one, guys. Let's see what is next to talk about. Let's see. I think it's the Jango. There we go. Yeah, it's Jango Slave 1. And then there is another. Okay, so this one's the first one with a couple different pictures here. So yeah. All right, let's get into it. So Jango Slave 1 playset. Let's zoom in just a little bit on this guy so I can see it. All right, there we go. 75433 Jango Fett or Jango Starship playset. $70, August 1st, 707 pieces. I'll be the first one to say 700 pieces for this. Like, just hearing that number, it is a little crazy, right? Because even the 2021 Boba, was that not only like 520? Am I right on that, guys? I mean, wasn't the 2021 Boba like only like low 500 pieces? So, I mean, of course, we probably have, sure, a couple extra little 1x1, plates in here. Probably the parts to build a man, you guys are gonna hate me. I don't even what is the bomb thing that these drop? What is that? Man, this is actually bad. I feel terrible. What am I talking about, guys? What is the thing that drops out, makes the big noise? 2021 was 600 pieces. Okay, so I guess it's not that big of a difference. Seismic charge. There we go. All right. Man, dude, that was actually terrible right there. I couldn't remember that. All right, so yeah, I mean, 100 more pieces. You probably throw in 50 or 70 little 1x1 plates. Maybe a little extra 1x2 slope in there, a little curved slope. Then we throw in maybe 20 or 30 pieces for a seismic charge. So, yeah, I mean, so it makes sense, I guess. And for $70, the more I'm thinking about it, it's not that bad. I mean, think about it. I mean, if we're just doing the ratio of, if we're going to truly sit here and say that, price per piece, if we're going to go down that rabbit hole, you know what I mean? This should already be 70, and then mix it in with the 2021 only has 2 figures, right? 2021 just has Boba and Mando, right? And then this has 3 figures, right? So like the more I'm thinking about it, like $70, like am I the only one thinking that $70 is not crazy? Unless it's pre-tariff price. Coop, do we know is this pre-tariff price or is this post-tariff price? Because I'm really not thinking that 70 is too bad. Like, I'm always critiquing, prices of stuff and thinking stuff, you know what I mean? So like, This might be the best valued set of the summer. Same price since rumor. I can't justify 70 when it's the same size as Boba. I mean, but I don't know. But again, you have to think to yourself, one extra fig and 100 extra pieces. You know, and like today's day and age, you get what I'm saying? Like, I really do think 70 for this with a new molded Kaminoan, which we're going to get to in a second. You know, look, I'll be the first one to admit, I don't like the smaller stuff. So, like, I'm not hyped for this due to that. You know what I mean? Like, I don't like the 2021 Boba Slave one. I don't like, I'm not going to like this one. Like, sure, is it hard to say I'm not going to like it with what you're seeing these images? Like, a little bit, but like, I just objectively don't like the smaller stuff. So, like, you guys probably see over there, I am perfectly content with displaying my 2019 Slave 1 and my 02 Slave 1. You know, it's crazy. Those are the same size over there, 17 years apart. And the next Jango Slave 1 I'm going to get is going to be the UCS one. You know what I mean? So this play scale one, I'm not going to get it. I'll buy the Kaminoan separately off of Bricklink for, I don't know. At some point, maybe $10. I could see getting that. I could see that Kaminoan probably being $10 or $12. All right, so let's move on to here's the Kaminoan, guys. Here is the Kaminoan, and this is Lama Su, right? I'm reading collector's thing right here. It's Lama Su, right? Or is collector wrong? I think it's Lama Su, right? Or is it not? Collector, I'm gonna be mad at you, man. If it's not actually Lama Su, you're gonna make me seem stupid. Please tell me it's Lama Su, everyone, right? All right, Shreddy says it is. Okay, sweet. 2010 one was what's going on with the 2010 one? 2010 Lego Slave 1 was 80 and 573. Yeah, so I mean, again, I think 70 for this is the most, like, I'm gonna die on that hill. I do think 70 for this is perfectly fine and the most realistic price of the wave. I need that fig. Yeah, so what do you guys all think about this? So, all right, I know we don't have an HD image of this one yet, but pound for pound, all right, which figure looks better, Lama Su or Taun We? What do we think, guys? What do we think? Bro, this is kind of crazy. This figure is crazy to finally see, man. Like, in today's day and age, it is insane. I mean, it's taken 20 or 25 years for some of this stuff, but as we'll get into later, I mean, them finally doing some of these Kaminoans and finally Galactic Marines, you know, and Bly, like, man, it's taken them long enough. I mean, holy shit, man. Dude, I mean, it's taken 20 years for them to finally do this stuff. Lamu because of the use of more colors. So it looks like a lot of people are saying Lama Se. Only a couple Taun Wees in the chat. Both are good. I just really mess with that clean dark bluish gray. Yeah, and plus, I'm trying to think, guys. In the Bad Batch season 1 finale, is it season 1? No, hold up. Is it season 1 or season 2? What is? You guys remember the Bad Batch finale where the Kaminoan, which it was Lama Su, right? Or no, that was Nala Se. Wait, hold on. All right, so when's the last time that we saw Lama Su in canon? Was it Clone Wars season 6? Because Nala Se was the one in Bad Batch. Because I got to admit that the I don't know if it was season 1 or 2, but that ending of that Bad Batch, like where they went to Tantus and, you know, Mr. Nala Se, then you have like the music playing, that was dope. That was a good little ending. So when was the last time we actually saw Lama Su in canon? Does anyone know? All right, so I'm seeing 3 people say he. All right, this is the crazy part. I didn't even know Lama Su was a he. Am I crazy for thinking all Kaminoans were female? Like, is that just like a wild thing to think? Or are you guys just like wrong? Like, is this a guy or a girl? Like, you know what I mean? I never in a million years would have ever thought that a male Kaminoan existed. I can't. You can't tell me I'm the only one. You can't. Like, is anyone else? Anyone of this? Clearly a guy. What do you mean? We're talking about aliens here. What are we talking about? Clearly a guy. So you're telling me there's not a single other person here, not another out of 352 of you guys, not a single person of you guys, or not a single one of you guys also had the thought that all Kaminoans were female? Bro, wild, man. Wild. See, there we go. Grunt guy, there we go. I'm with you. Yeah, see. I mean, it's not even like a I don't know, just something about it just always made me think, I don't know. I've thought that way forever. They all sound the same. I don't know. They all sound the same. They all look the same. Llama Sue's, yeah, they all sound the same. Easy Fox says no person on Earth thought that all Kaminoans were female. Doesn't make sense biologically. Okay, but maybe the Kaminoans are clones of themselves, just like how, all right, just like how in like Jurassic World, okay, just like how every dinosaur in Jurassic World is a female. Maybe it's the same way for Kaminoans, because maybe the Kaminoans were genetically modified. All right, maybe they're clones of the original Kaminoan, and the only Kaminoan that was left was a female. See, there we go. See. We never know. Hey, tell me once. Where's the proof? All right, people, where's the proof that Llama Sue is a male? Where's the proof? Give me the history lesson. Did George Lucas say that Llama Sue is a male? Yo, Jack, did George Lucas tell you that every male has a ridge on their head? Did George Lucas say that? All right, so I don't know. Again, I just got schooled there. Thank you guys for teaching me this. Shout out to Llama Sue. I guess the only thing I'll say here is out of every Kaminoan we do see that has like names and everything like that, is Llama Sue the only male that like we've seen? You get what I'm saying there? Or is there another male with a name? Bro's got to see. All right, you guys are all right. Honestly, I'm gonna look up on YouTube right now. I'm gonna look up Llama Sue and see what the voice sounds like. Let's see. Llama Sue. All right, let's see.
I will deliver the payment and retrieve Omega.
All right, so let's now say.
Personal interest in the young clone has threatened our operation enough.
Okay.
You will go to our abandoned facility.
Whatever, guys. Whatever. I don't know. Look, I'll be the first one to say I truly. I'm not even joking there. But again, you guys taught me, and I did learn. I did learn something new. Hey, but that's why I came back to YouTube. That's why I came back to YouTube, since I wanted to learn. I wanted to learn stuff, right? You guys are apparently I'm not that smart when it comes to this stuff. You guys, damn. All right, now the chat's roasting me, man. At least I got 45 minutes in without a time like this. But it's all fun and games around here, right? I think it's a fair assumption they're all female, though. There we go. There we go. All right, let's move on to the final thing of this set. So we have, so Coop did say to hit it with a refresh. Oh, okay. You're just talking about this. Yeah, I was okay. So here we go. Here's the actual look at the figures here, guys. Here's the full lineup of the three. Here's the full lineup of the three. We got Emo Boba. We've got Jango Fett, and this picture does confirm. It does confirm with everyone. No arm printing on Mr. Jango. All right, I want everyone. All right, everyone put an emoji in the chat. All right, I'm very curious the range of how we're feeling about this. Of course, some people are gonna love it, some people are gonna hate it. No arm printing on Jango and one emoji. Let me know how you're feeling right now. Let me see how you guys are feeling right now. Of course, because there's gonna be a big range of it. You know, there's a lot of different opinions on the whole, exclusive figure thing and stuff like that. So we have some happy people, a couple sad people. So a good little mix, just like I thought. We have a couple thumbs down, thumbs up. Man, it's such a controversial thing. Such a controversial thing. You guys know where I stand with it. I've said this forever. I just do think, for just even Lego's perspective of just, in today's day and age when you're expecting people to spend more, give them a little something. You know what I mean? I just literally just strictly from that perspective, just for having a product out, from the brand. I do think them putting something exclusive behind that price, just for the sake of when you spend that price, you get a little something extra. And again, it's not like it's a whole nother figure. It's not like it's a whole, like, I don't, you know what I mean? It's just arm printing. You know what I mean? Like, it's still not even like, I don't know. You guys know my thoughts on that, but I guess I won't get too much into it because, you know, it is pretty controversial. But again, it doesn't matter to me. You get what I'm saying? It doesn't matter to me, but if I had to just choose a side, I am in the side of, you know, why not just put a little arm printing exclusiveness in the big set? You get what I'm saying? But again, it doesn't really matter to me. Tech says Jango should have had arm printing in this set, and Lamasu should have come in the UCS set. Okay, that's an interesting take. Let's highlight this here for a second. What do you guys think about that? What do you guys think about this take? I mean, this is something I haven't heard yet. I've not heard this yet, and this would be very interesting to see what you guys think about this. All right, so Jango arm printing in both sets. Okay, so this is where we get into stuff. All right, so we have the side of the aisle, of course, that is, you know, not happy with missing out on an arm print. Okay, but I'm curious if anyone is willing to get arm print for literally having an exclusive figure in its entirety in the UCS set. And of course, in today's day and age, you know, we have Mexico Factory, everything. You know, the Lamasu, it's not like it's going to be a $200 figure. You know what I mean? It's going to get down to $20 or $30, even if it was in the UCS set exclusively. But that is a very interesting take. It doesn't look like too many people are agreeing with it. I mean, there's a few people I saw. But I think the consensus is like 2/3 would rather have it this way. But that was a super good like point to bring up there. Like that was a super good little thing to bring up. Is that the same torso and leg pieces as UCS? Yeah, so Cristo, everything is identical besides no arm printing on the one in this set. Luke says, I find it hilarious that there are more exclusive figures in this set than the UCS. Yeah, I mean, in a technical sense. I mean, you know, I know the Lamasu thing, but then technically this Jango Fett is exclusive. I know, like, if you put your brain cells together, like, it's not exclusive because you can just take off the, like, but it is, I mean, per Bricklink, like, it will be an exclusive figure because it has no arm print. Gio brings a good point. What do we think, guys? The last thing, and then we'll probably move on to the next one. Is Lamasu, is the white print on the black dress piece, is that going to be a problem? What do we think here, guys? Is that something that we're a little worried about? Gunmetal gray jetpack, I think. Can't believe Tyler's back. What's going on, Tom? Planet or Tech says, it seems so petty to pull. Let's see, hold up. It seems so petty to pull just the arm print off a figure for the sake of making it exclusive in a UCS set. I mean, yeah. I mean, I guess, like, if you really look at it in like the level of just like, you know, pettiness, you know, like pettiness from like is it a little petty? A lot of, like, I can see where you're coming from. But, like, also, I think if they were to make that decision, again, I disagree with it. You know, I do think that's how they should do it. Get some arms from Firestar Toys will be fine. That's a good point. Gio says, we are cooked, not Dedra version 2. Lego saving a 200th of a penny on no arm print. It is what it is. I'm so happy to see you back, Tyler. Thank you, Tango Mango. I just bought U-Wing and haven't built yet. Is Dedra really that bad? Look, in my opinion, Dedra's bad. Is it, like, really, really bad? Maybe not that. You know, maybe not that level, but, like, I do think it's bad. Like, if you scale it, it is at least a 6 or 7 out of 10 on the bad level. Lamasu looks incredible. All right, you guys. So I guess that's everything with the Jango. Any other questions on the figures or the set itself? Does anyone else have any opinions? Why do you think it's bad? The legs? Yeah, Luke, it's just the legs. I mean, the white on the legs is just it's just objectively bad. Like, you know what I mean? It just objectively is bad. It's just at that point, how much do you want to worry about it? You know what I mean? Like that is what you can, like, argue there. You know what I mean? Is it super bad? Like, or is it bad enough to worry about it a lot? Do you care about it just a little? Are you fine with it? Like, that's really the only, like, argument there. But, like, it is objectively bad. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I mean, that is one thing. Like, unlike a few of these other critiques we have with Lego Star Wars, it's like the printing on there, like that is just, it should be better. It could be better. It should be better. And that is something hopefully we can all agree on. Jango comes with hairpiece. People will always be mad about something. That is correct. Seismic charge is cause. Oh, I didn't realize. Is that the seismic charge? Can you guys see my cursor or not? Is the trans yellow little tile thing right above Jango's helmet? Is that the seismic charge? I was sitting over here 10 minutes ago thinking that it's going to be like a 20-piece build. It's just 3 pieces. That's kind of funny. That is funny. 5-cent piece on Pab. Luke says value of mine looks pretty good, but I get that. It's just happy that we got a new head print and hair mold. 100%. I mean, the other 80% of Dedra looks fantastic. I mean, I agree. I think they did a great job. Okay, all right, guys. So as I am doing a couple super chats, everyone in the chat, put your ranking of this set out of 10. Put your scores. I'm going to do a couple more super chats, and then we will move on to the next set tonight. So let's see where I left off. I believe we left off on... Here we go. We left off on Michael Shaw for the 20 months. Thank you, Michael, for sticking around for so long, even during the hiatus. Man, you know what? I might actually hold up. Let me know in the chat. Do I for tonight? Do I swap out this Babu for the plush one, just so we don't have to listen to that neck breaking every time? What do we think, guys? Do I swap out that Babu for this one? Albert, yeah, Babu's not recovering from this one. I know, man, dude. He thought he was in retirement. He thought he was ready for retirement for the rest of his life. But no, he's coming back out at 80 years old. The neck breaking is funny. All right, so I'm gonna switch over to the plush one for a little bit, just so we can get through these super chats a little bit quicker and not have to listen to that so much. We have W2F for the $10 super chat. Missed you, Tyler. Thank you, man. Missed you too. Good to be back. And then we have next up, we have Rune for the 2 spot. Glad to see you stream again. Hype for Brickworld. Heck yeah, Rune. Thank you, man. There we go. So the second hey of the night, 1 and 1 from each of them. Next up, we have Padawan for the 2 pounds, I think it is. Beer for the boys. Roll on next week. Thank you, Padawan. I know you are sleeping right now, but thank you, man. And let's do 3 more real quick here. We got Brent for $2. Hello there. Can't wait for Brickworld, bro. Heck yeah, Brickworld is 7 days away pretty much. Everyone's going to be hanging out, so I can't wait for that. Then we have Making Magical Adventures for the 5-piece. Bro, yes, you are back. Thank you. Thank you for the 5-piece, and it is good to be back. And then the final one for now, then we'll move on to the next set. We have Geo for the 2-piece. Thank you, man. Thank you for the 2-piece. And there we go. The third one of the night. That good one to end it off on. Let's get to the next set, and then we will cover more super chats in a little bit here. So what do we want to cover next, guys? What do we want to cover next? Let's see. We have... All right, let's do this one. Let's skip a smidge and let's go to the V-19. Let's kind of scale it up a little bit, if you get what I'm saying. Let's scale it up a little bit. So we'll do V-19 now, and then we'll move on to the bigger ones after that. So we'll leave the figures for a second here. Let's just talk about the build up front. Let's just what do we think, guys? I mean, what do we think about the build? How we like it? Yellow cockpit piece. I mean, is that really? I mean, am I missing something? Is that another thing that I missed in my Star Wars lore? I mean, why do we have a yellow cockpit here? This is 75432 V-19 Torrent, $65 US, August 1st, 2025 for 567 pieces. So what do we think here? Yellow cockpit is what did Rune just say? Yellow cockpit is more accurate. Really? Yellow's accurate. Wow. Man, I don't know my Star Wars tonight. Looks good. Missing dual molded legs for Kenobi. Time Elder also says yellow cockpit is correct. Looks better than I was expecting. We have not got one in a decade or two. Yeah, last one we got was 2008. So it's been 17 years. Wow. Oh my God, man. That makes me feel old. 17 years. It's yellow, orange in the show. Oh my, yes, it looks really good. So Cole's throwing out a 10 out of 10. What's up, Dan Tiger? Welcome back, friend. This is a joyous day. Thank you, Dan. Thank you so much, man. Will says looks too bulky. 2008 still better. Cody right here, Stud Lake. Is okay. What do we think here? Is this a crazy take that Cody has? Best downscaled set so far. What do we think? Since it is, of course, going to be smaller than the 2008 one. Is it the best downscaled set? That is a tough one right there. What do we think, chat? This would be a good comparison. Looks like the return of the old windscreen or what? I don't like it, to be fair. 2018. Oh, true. Kind of forgot about that. If you guys been around for a little bit, there was a 2018 V-19 Torrent rumor. Yeah. So I'll say this much. It's a little crazy this year. On one hand, I like it. I mean, because think about it, guys. So the V-19 was a little bit earlier, like a couple years earlier, but there was a V-19 rumor, an AT-AT driver helmet, which it was going to happen. It just got beat out by a different helmet. But it's kind of crazy, man. Now in 2025, we got the AT-AT driver helmet. We have the V-19 Torrent coming out now. It's kind of cool to see some of these sets that were like at one point heavily rumored, didn't come out, and now they're coming out. That is a pretty cool thing to think about. Right, so people are saying, okay, so people are agreeing with Cody. A couple of people aren't, but it looks like, I mean, there's 5 or 10 people agreeing with you, man. All right, let's scroll down to the bottom of the chat. Flying Guillotine. Let's go the return of LifeBricks. Yes, sir. Palace diorama. When? That's a very good point, Coop. Yeah, when are we going to get that Palace diorama? Crazy how close that was to being made. I have 2 of the 2008 V-19s. I'll pass, but not against it. Let me go grab my 2008 one real quick. All right, here we go. Man, what a beauty. 471 pieces, so what, 100 less than the new one? But it's back when they made stuff big. Also, look at that, man. A Brick World. I think this was Brick World 2016. So, I mean, it's been like 9 years, but I paid like, it was 90 on the tag. I think I got them down to like 70 or whatever. But so I paid $70 for a sealed one back in 2016. So I think before this rumor, I think this got up to like 350 or whatever, didn't it? It's probably going to go down now naturally, but look, I mean, here might be a hot take. I know for like a while there, I probably did say it a little bit, and there's probably a lot of people making assumptions this way of, I don't like when they remake new stuff because, whatever. But like my new take, like my modern 2025 take on this is I want them to actually like remake everything, like remake figures, remake sets. I want them to come out with a new version of everything. All right. Just on the pure fact that it will make the older stuff go down in value. Maybe not a lot, but it'll go down in value a little bit and definitely, not have as many people wanting it. So you could probably find a better deal. So I want that to happen because something I've been doing the past couple months, and I'll talk about maybe more at the end of the stream, is I am going back in like 2008 to 2012. I'm buying sealed copies of everything. And then I'm buying open box sealed bag version of everything so I can build those. Like I'm basically at this point only collecting 08 to 2012. So if anything, I'm going to be happy that this old V-19 Torrent goes down a little bit because I can get another sealed one, crack a fresh one, and not feel so bad about it. So I do want Lego to remake everything. I'm in that camp now. Please remake everything, Lego. All right, let's move back over to let's see. Here we go. Here's the proper thing. All right, let's move it on to the figures, guys. Here are the mini figures, bro. What are we thinking about this? What are we thinking about these figs right here? Man, I didn't even realize the arm prints on Kenobi until now. I did not even realize. I did not. That is insane. Okay, so I'll be the first one to say, I mean, Kenobi's crazy good. That's a very solid figure. The pilot, insanely good. Asajj Ventress, I mean, it's the first time we've seen her in this outfit, so I think it's a little jarring in that aspect. If anything, this like it looks like a GCC drop. You know what I mean? It looks like Grandpa Clone Customs is about to do a drop or whatever. Like that's what that's what I feel like I'm looking at here with that Asajj Ventress. But like to see it officially done by Lego, pretty insane. So like this triple combo here is Coop said there's some close-ups on the next one. Let's see. I don't know. Does that really do much better? I'm not sure. I guess. I mean, yeah, let's look at these close-ups then. So yeah, Kenobi here. Very, very nice figure. All right, if you guys had to say right here, what is your favorite figure out of the three? So if we're talking Kenobi, Clone Pilot, and Asajj Ventress, which figure is your favorite? Let's see what you guys say here. Also, shout out to Ghost. I'm still drinking them a year and a half later. Got a little sour green apple for the day. All right, let's see what you guys are saying. So I'll take it from the top. We got a couple Obies. We got a Kenobi, Pilot, Clone Pilot, 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 Kenobi, Pilot, Kenobi, Kenobi, Pilot, Obi-Wan. So we only have one person so far. Ezra Bean, Mommy Ventress, the only Ventress so far. Oh, we have Justin Morrison with another Ventress. There we go. We got two Ventresses. For the most part, I think I'm seeing more Kenobis. I think I saw more Kenobis there, with Pilot being a very close second. And then I think I only saw two Ventresses. The original Obi-Wan did not have back printing, right? I don't think it did. I think it was just plain tan on the back there. I think so. Oh, dude, Coop, that's a good point. The Ventress hilt return. Very, very good point. It's been a long time. It's been, what, 10 years, right? 11 years since the... Custom Starfighter was, what, 2015, right? So 10 years. Although, did the curved hilts come with the Ahsoka in the 2016 Rebel set too, or no? Micah does say the Obi-Wan looks incredible. Same piece since Rebels. Clone Pilot doubles as a commander. Legend of Koss says, bro survived once again from taxes. There we go. Hey, this tax season this year was 10 times better. I mean, literally probably 100 times better. I walked out with a smile this year compared to last year. Ooh, man, what a bad memory, man. 2024 tax season, man. What a terrible time. Ahsoka should have had these hilts. Yeah, she should. I'm surprised they waited until Ventress to bring them back. Is curved hilt worth expense? No, these hilts, unless I'm wrong, these hilts were only like about $1 each, about 70 cents or so. Maybe they've gone up a little bit, but I think they're about $1 each. So, I mean, for a hilt, sure, you could argue it's a little bit of money, but it's not too bad. It's still light gray. Come on, Lego, give them all. Monkey Kid. Yeah, I mean, imagine if these were. I agree with. I mean, is it more accurate or not as accurate if these were metallic silver curved hilts? What do we think, guys? Should these be light bluish gray or should they be metallic silver? Tech says this set is a dual molded legs for Ventress away from being one of the greatest 3 minifig selections. Yeah, I mean, very good point. I mean, it's a crazy lineup of 3. Crazy lineup of 3. All right, so you guys are all saying, so Coop says metallic, and then we have a couple people saying light bluish gray. Will says I'm giving my Ventress a Karen hairpiece. It would be cool, man. Does anyone have any? Is there a hairpiece they have right now that would make this look like Ventress with hair? Is there like an accurate, like say like Tales of the Underworld hairpiece for Ventress now or no? The hilts were also in Ninjago. Really, Time Meddler in what set? In what set were the hilts in? Light gray is more accurate, but metallic is cooler. There's a white one-sided hair. Oh, really? Oh, now that I'm thinking about it, is the who's the girl from Skeleton Crew, man? What's her? Is it KB? Is KB the girl with like the Lobot goggles, and doesn't she have the white hair? Is that the hairpiece you guys are talking about? No, that's the Bo-Katan's hair. Okay, so it's not so it's not the KB hairpiece. That's not what. That's not the one that looks right. She doesn't, but that's her name. What figure has that hairpiece you guys are talking about then? They should have given her the bald piece like they've done with. I don't know. What do you guys think about this take here? That's an interesting one from Grumpster here. Should they have given Asajj the bald little molded piece or no? What do we think here? I don't think so. I don't know. I think there's a time and place for that. I think there's a time and place for that. I don't think this would be the time for it. I think if it was on this figure, I mean, it would be cool if there was some like print on it. Like if you like followed like the purple patterns on it, but like even if they printed on it, I still think I would have taken that thing right off and just flicked it away. You know what I'm saying? I don't. I do. Okay, yeah. Sorry, Grumpster, man. I don't think I saw a single person agreeing with you. But hey, Grumpster, man, that's what makes everyone unique. Egg Ventress. Isn't Harry Potter the theme with the tan buildings? Yes, that is, Barley. That you are correct with that. Yes, Legend of God. We will be getting into that advent calendar a little bit later, just for the fun of it. But yes, Babu is officially getting a figure. All right. Are there any closing thoughts on this set? If not, we will move on to the next one. Are there any things I'm missing here? Any things you guys have? Anything you guys see that I'm not seeing? Nausenheimer says not necessary. If they start giving it to her, they got to give it to everyone. The hair piece is 37823. All right, let's see. Let's look it up on Bricklink real quick. 378. I already forgot the numbers. Let's see. What is it? It's 37823. Okay, so this hair piece. All right, so it's not. It doesn't come in white unless it's in a future set. The closest to it is light bluish gray. So that the 37823 piece is light bluish gray, and it comes in a city set. Oh, from 2018. Damn. So this is an old hairpiece. So are you guys talking about the same? Am I missing this? Yo, Coop, just throw me the part number on it. White is just better. Beatrix from Ninjago. All right, let's see. I'll show it on my phone once I. Oh, here we are. You guys talking about this one? All right, here we will. Let's put myself big. All right, so this is the hairpiece, right? Is this the right one you guys are talking about? It's on the minifig number is NJO0826. Man, it's pretty fire. Pretty fire. How much is the hairpiece going for right now? Let's see. I might have to put one on the want list. Damn, bro, not the cheapest. I mean, I don't know. There's a German seller for $1. 236. It's like a $3 hairpiece. I mean, it's not the cheapest, but I'll throw one on the want list. I'll probably have it for future needs. I don't know if I ever want to put it on my Asajj. Although I guess for the outfit, it's not actually accurate, right? I'm trying to think, dude, because I mean, when did she actually, like, in the time? I'm just blanking right now. When did she actually grow her hair out? It was not. I mean, I'm trying to think. I mean, it wasn't in season 5, right? I mean, she didn't start getting the hair until Bad Batch, right? So, I mean, it was long after this outfit, right? All right, so Dark Disciple. Okay. All right, let's move on to all right, on the V-19 Torrent, everyone give me your out of 10s. I will do a couple more super chats, and then we will move on to the next one. All right, so next up we have Jeremy Cross for the 5-piece. Shout out to Jeremy. Massive shout out to Jeremy, since me and him know. Hopefully Jeremy can work a little magic for me in the next couple weeks, and something big can happen. But nonetheless, appreciate you, Jeremy. Thank you for the 5-piece, and can't wait to see you at Brickworld next week, man.
Uh-oh.
Oh no, maybe that was. a sign that what me and him have planned and might not go through. And I forgot to use the plush Babu. All right, we have Jandon for the 10-piece. Let's go. What's going on, man? Thank you. We have count of 3, everybody. Reddit and Shambles. What are they talking some smack over there? Shout out to the Rebel guys. Shout out to the Reddit guys. We have Solar. Oh, that's kind of funny. I just realized Babu said "uh-oh" to the Reddit guys. Oh no, dude. Are they talking some serious stuff over there? But we have Solar for the $2. Do you think the turbo tank will be undersized? We'll get to the turbo tank here in a second. Thank you for the 2, though.
Yep, ready.
Okay, so we have Firewall for the 100. Is that Danish krone? Something like that. I'm not too sure what that is attributed to the U.S. currency, but no matter what it is, and even more so if it's more than like a small donation, extra thank you. Thank you for the 100 DKK. I've missed you so much, bro. How are you? Good to see you again. Can't wait for the daily vlogs. Hello. I don't know about that one. I've started collecting minifigs because of you. Already got all of episodes 1, 2, and 3. Heck yeah. What is your favorite? If you're still here, Firewall, thank you for the dono. And what is your favorite figure that you have from each movie right there? But thank you so much for the dono. Then we will do a couple, right? We'll do Charlie and Papa. Thank you guys for becoming members. Not too sure what tier, but thank you guys. And we will get back to the next set, guys. I think there's still 4 or 5 more super chats to go through, but let's move on to the next set so we can kind of get this thing rolling a little bit. What are you guys saying right here? So it looks like, a lot of you, I'm seeing pretty much on the score here. All 8s, all 9s. All in the 8s and 9s. Do we have one? There's not even one single. Okay, all right, there we go. I had to see it. We got Alberto, the first non-8 or 9 on this set, 6. There we go. Hey, I gotta respect it. All right, so hey, which one do we want to see next, guys? Which do we want to see, the turbo tank or the MTT next? Let's go ahead and let's get me back on the. I'll get back on the big screen for a second. Bro, no, speak the truth there. You saying a 6 out of 10. You got your right to do so. All right, so we have everyone saying MT. That is a little surprising. I thought more people were going to say turbo tank, but more people are saying MTT. So, all right, you guys already knew how I was going to play this. All right, which maybe you guys are actually reverse psychologing me. All right, because I thought I was going to do it to you guys, but maybe you guys did it the inverse. Whatever one you guys wanted to see next, I was going to do the other one first. All right. And then do that one last. But maybe you guys tricked me into doing the one you guys actually wanted to see. So I'll be doing the turbo tank next at this point. Way too many MTTs. I'll be doing the turbo tank next. See? Hey, I've got to look for everyone's sake here. For my sake, for your guys' sake, I have to save the best for last. Speaking of likes, everyone hit the like button real quick. How many likes are we at? I can't see it on my end unless there's a new StreamYard thing. But how many likes are we at? There we go. Hey, look. Hey, it's the return stream. It's the return stream. Let me make this thing. What do you guys want me out here in an hour and a half? Let me save the best for last. I got to keep you guys here the whole time. Damn, so we're at 243. Let's grab another 7 more likes, guys. 7 more likes, and we'll move on to the turbo tank. That's crazy. Thank you guys all so much for the support from the return stream. It's great. It's fantastic. We've had 300 to 400 people here the entire time, pretty much. 250 likes. It's great to be back. You know what I mean? It's fantastic. Kate today forgot to like. Thank you for liking now, though. 268 now. All right, at this point, hey, I hate to be that guy, but let's get up to 300. Let's see how quick we get up to 300, guys. Alberto says it's late. It's here. What time is it right now for you in Spain over there, man? 288. 12 more likes, everybody. 12 more likes, and the turbo tank will be on the screen. Back after here. Yes, I am. Let's see. Clip says, what will box say for Galactic Marines? Lego can't use Marine due to that's interesting. We'll talk about that once we get to the turbo tank, man. 297. 3 more likes, and I'll pull the turbo tank up. There we go, 302. All right, there we go. We'll get to the turbo tank. Which again, I want to give a big shout out to as everyone's here. We got a lot of people coming in and out, a lot of people seeing this. Shout out to Get Cooped. Oh, I'm not even on. Man, all right, I got to pull this back up. There we go. Shout out to Get Cooped over on Instagram. Where all these pictures are coming from. Definitely the number 1 or 2 when it comes to Lego Star Wars leaks over there. Maybe not for every single theme, but for Star Wars, definitely up there. Always on the money with it. You'll get stuff out. Some of the dangerous pictures, some of the casual pictures. Get Cooped is definitely where you want to be over there. So let's move on to the turbo tank, guys. What do we think here? What this initial reaction? What are we thinking, guys? Again, we'll get to the figures here in a second, but the turbo tank build itself. I mean, hey, I'll say this much: it definitely looks just like that drawing we've had for a month or two, right? It's so tough with this, man. I think the front half, I think how they did the front right there, I actually like it. I do. The wheels, I'm not a fan of. I'm not a fan of the brick-built wheels. It's just when you compare, it's one thing because, if we're comparing the 05 and the 2016 one, those are more episode 3 based. And of course, the 2016 one was a downscale to 2010, but it was still bigger than this. And it was, again, at least a different style. But we're comparing this 2025 one now pretty much directly towards the 2010 one, right? Is that a fair assumption that the 05 and 2016 one, you put those two side by side, right? They're supposed to be the same thing, just different sizes or whatever, different years. But 2025 and 2010 are the two to compare here, right? And I've had I've had a couple 2010 ones over my life. I have 2 built right now. Massive fan of it. Pretty much like a top 5 setup for me of all time. Nice and big. A nice big Lego Star Wars set, And then we get this one here. It just doesn't do anything for me. It just doesn't. It factually does not do anything for me. These downscales. And again, I get the whole sentiment. You're not going to get a 2010 size one unless it's $250 retail. But my modern take on that is, again, if this is not necessarily speaking for the company, because again, this would not make them as much money, and I know that's what companies have to do, but just my true opinion on it is I would rather have every single thing they do in the largest scale possible, no matter what it costs, even if I can't afford it. Here's where people don't really get where I'm coming from. I'm not some multi-millionaire. You know what I mean? I can't just get everything. I can't just spend $10,000 a year every year for the biggest stuff without problem, But if it means I can't get 25% of the Lego Star Wars sets due to them all being more expensive and just big and good, it doesn't matter to me. You know what I mean? I don't feel obligated. I don't feel like I deserve every single Lego Star Wars set. So as much as I say I wish this stuff cost more and was bigger, it's not just because I can somehow afford it. I probably can't, So there's my take on that. I just personally want more options of stuff that I would prefer on the shelf than not, but I think that's what all of us would. You know what I mean? But again, I don't look at it from some perspective of, oh, I just have a lot of money, because I don't. You know what I mean? If I can't afford it, I can't afford it, and I don't mind that. I don't deserve stuff I can't afford. That's just my take. So let's see what you guys are saying here. With a new clone turbo tank, you can take the command arm cannon to raise the. Oh, okay, there we go. Took me for a second to realize that, but yeah, shout out to the clone turbo tank commercial. True Squadron with the $800 UCS turbo tank. That would be awesome. That would be fantastic. Wheels are horrendous. The shaping on the new one looks better straight out of Battlefront 2. Okay. All right. Let's see. So, I mean, it's pretty safe to say, man, there's really no one going crazy over this build, right? Is anyone... I'll say this much. Everyone put in the chat right now. Just strictly build, okay? No figures, no nothing, not even taking into account the price or anything like that. Build for build. If you like the 2025 one more than the 2010 one, put it in the chat right now. Oh, and what's up, Timmy? I haven't even seen you in the chat yet, man. What's going on, Timmy? And what's up, Brick Reporter? Less gaps in the old one, smoother look. We already have some people rating it. Big sets should be accurate. Small sets should be as well. Yep, I agree. So Crazy likes it more than 2010. Crazy, any particular reason? Without doing like a huge thing, like in a sentence or two, any particular reason why you like this one more? Just build for build. Nicholas says it looks like a 5-year-old made it. The body seems just fine. The wheels are weird. I'll say this much: the wheels, I think, are the weirdest part of this. From my perspective of this looks bad visually, the wheels are like 80% of that to me. The up top part of it, I agree with you guys. I mean, it's more, it's sleeker. It's more connected. There's not as many gaps. It just is smaller. But like from the pure perspective of it looks weird, it's all the wheels in my opinion. I wonder how, let's see. I wonder how it will look in live or with a reviewer, because hope there are hidden things in it. Maybe there might be a little something inside. Micah says, the one thing I'll give it is the smoothness. I think it's slightly too smooth though. That's interesting. Hey, if you know, you know, man. I mean, this is Lego, not Smooth Go. Shout out to Smooth Go. Yeah, the rest is fine. If this was 120, it would be a 10 out of 10, but it's 160. So yeah, the price we'll get into in a second. I mean, it's tough. I mean, for 813 pieces, I don't know. I mean, Coop, this is guaranteed 160, right? It's not going to be no risk of being 200. Is it going to be 220 after tariffs or what, man? Or is 160 pretty much solidified? That's going to be the FPJ price, 160. Kata says, I hate that it's small, but I have limited space. Coop says, yeah, it was 150. Now it's 160. Maddie says, let's see what Maddie says here. Maddie prefers the 2025. The size of 2010 is nice, but the axle way too skinny and stuck out, and the top is way too gappy. Okay, interesting. I thought the 160 was, yeah, okay, yeah, so 160 is the final price. Yeah, so 160 is the final. Wheels look more accurate. That context, that's not to put you as an individual on the spot, but what do we think here? All right, let's go. Let's not go build for build now. Let's go wheel for wheel. Wheel for wheel, 2025 or 2010. And then we'll get into the figures. No, Maddie, I know that was the other Maddie. Yeah, Maddie, it was a different Maddie. Yo, Brick Hive, what's going on, man? Nice to see you. Let's get a real big close-up on these wheels. Here we go. Arc 170 engine wheels. All right, so we have a couple 2025 wheels on the chat. A couple of them. Let's see what Gio says. 2010 wheels are peak, bro. One piece, they won't fall apart. Very good point. Impossible to say until the review shows how the tank actually moves. Interesting point. I mean, that's going to be nice to truly kind of gauge the suspension and stuff. That's a good point. CPA says, finally dug into the pictures, and comparable to the source material, the old wheels are trash and the new wheels are more accurate. You just have to see the tread. CPA, are you saying, is that comment in regards of every old wheel, or is there any old wheel, 05, 2010, or 2016, that is also fine? Or from what you've looked into, is this like the obvious number one? Let's see what Maddie says. The backside of the wheels looks so bad. You can see the front wheel backside there in the pick and looks whack with the first studs there. Hive says, is it turbo though? Good point. TIE bomber cockpit. From the source, these wheels are more accurate. Okay, interesting. All right, let's move on to the figs, guys. Let's move on to the figurines here. All right, so we'll do these two first. We'll do Mr. Mundy and then Commander Picara. What do we think here, guys? What do we think? I mean, of course, Mr. Mundy should have had arm printing. I don't know why he didn't. Would have been real nice to have with all these other arm print Jedis. But yeah, so the Mundy is kind of whatever, right? I mean, just kind of par for the course. What do we think about Picara, though? What do we think from what we can tell about Bakara? Oh, the first thing I see here. Oh no. What do we think, guys? Is Geo right or is Geo out of pocket right now? Was shocked how little dark red Bakara has. Good point. It's a little crazy to see not a lot of dark red on him. What makes Mundy different from the Jedi and Clincher? Micah, I don't know for sure, I guess, because it's just hard to tell, but like there's got to be something different, right? Like there's no way it's the same figure after 7 years. I mean, I guess it could be, but I mean, what do we think? Hard to tell from this pic, but it looks like the Family Guy Stormtrooper. I don't agree with that. No, I really do. I really do think this Bakar looks good. I mean, the helmet's great. Then of course, then we get down to the torso and legs, maybe a little bit of dark red missing. Where's the cloth? But the helmet, I will give them a lot of credit for. The helmet, I really do think is good. Yep, Tiger likes the mold of the helmet. Micah says the only thing that looks different to me is the face. Let's see. Jack says, other than the waistcape printed, I think that's the wrong printed armor. It looks more like Neo's printed armor. What do we think? Is Jack right here? Does this look more like Neo's armor than Bakara? That's an interesting take. Everything above the waist looks good. The render print on the helmet is Garbanzo, bro. No molded antenna too, or red dot. Okay, so Geo, so you're not even a helmet fan. Not even the helmet is not even a little bit of a saving grace for you. Helmet could be reused for Enoch. What do we think about this one, guys? Reused for Enoch. I'm trying to envision it. I mean, the helmet comes down. I mean, I guess, right? Right? I mean, I guess if they were to not go totally unique on Enoch, they could just reuse this. That's kind of interesting. Bakar's armor looks more like Airborne than Bark Trooper. Yep, you are right. I think we probably just can't see the dark red. Antenna is molded on the helmet. Okay. Why would Kiadi have arm prints? It's seemingly... I don't know. I mean, I guess you're right. I mean, I guess that's a good point. Yeah, I mean, that's a solid little point there, Bryson. I don't know. Maybe it's just the point in this. I guess you're right. I mean, what are we under the assumption only clone? Like, if you guys, I know everyone's gonna always say arm print should be on everything, but if you had to like give or take arm print for Episode 3 Jedi, or should I just say live action Jedi, or like other characters, would you prefer arm print on live action Jedi, or put it elsewhere on a figure that might need it more? New face expression on the Monday, maybe. I mean, it looks like it. Yeah, for sure. Kenobi purple trooper helmet. Only if Jedi have armor they printed. Okay, yeah, Evan, that's a good point. Yeah, good point, guys. Only the best is good enough. Yes, it is. All right, let's move on to the next thing here. All right. So after 20 years. Yeah, so 20th anniversary. 20th anniversary of seeing these guys. We finally have them. What do we think? Look, these are a little bit blurry, but my live reaction is these look great. These almost like these figures here look like something that would have came out in 2014. Am I right or wrong? These are 2014 equivalent figures besides the waistcapes. Hold up. Besides the waistcapes, you guys all know. But like, from torso up, 2014 figs, like 100%. I mean, these are crazy looking. And I just, man, again, we'll have to wait for Super HD picks. But damn, are these good looking. I think they'll pass the grade. 9 out of 10 from the picks, other than Wastecape's 10. if these don't come in a magazine I'm writing. What do we think, guys? Are these going to come in a magazine or no? Okay, so I've heard the whole, you know, the green goggle thing, and I know that that's naturally on some like, but like in the movies, in episode 3 itself, let me look it up right here. I mean, Galactic Marines in episode 3 itself, in live action, they were not green eyes, right? Or are they? Let me look them up. No, I guess I'm wrong. Yeah, here we go. I mean, that's green. That is green in the movie. Or at least off like the movie costume design. The movie costume design, it is dark green. That is very, very interesting. Man, that does suck. That does suck. What do we think, guys? I mean, dark green or black? If you guys had to make the executive decision, if you guys were designing these, dark green or black, what do we think? Lego's dark green would have been too bright. I don't know. I mean, Lego's dark green is pretty dark. So Squadron says green. I'm a fan of the new clone helmet for the Galactic Marines of Bakara. Jack's okay with black, dark green, black. They were all CGI in the prequel. Well, I mean, CGI or not, I mean, it's still, I mean, you can still consider it costume design, right? Like, it's not real life costume design, but like, it's still a costume design of the CG character, right? Or am I totally wrong on that? Nassenheimer says dark red eyes. Blue. Man, now we're just saying everything. What about sand red? What about some sand red eyes? That Bakar looks like the heavy trooper from, I guess, you know, let's go back to this Bakar because that brings up, maybe this is what some of us are feeling. So we look at this Bakara. I got to be honest here. This Bakara almost I know they're, I mean, right, even in the movie, I mean, is it the same design or not? I mean, sure, we could argue CGI, whatever, maybe there's reusing assets and you know, they weren't meant to be like super, but like, maybe this is what I'm seeing here. Like, is the Commander Bakara almost look more like just like a regular, like heavy assault trooper compared to like Bakara? Or like, is there literally no difference between Bakara and heavy assault troopers? You know, because maybe that's what we're thinking here. So does Bakara have dark red on them and the regular heavy assault troopers don't? Is that the difference? And is that why we're, well, sure. So Coop, I'm getting it, but like, is there any difference at all? Any difference at all between Bakara, you know, the named clone Bakara, and the other 7 heavy assaults that we see in the movie? So Commander Thorne says no difference. Geo says there's dark red. Okay. So is that safe to say? Is it safe to say that's maybe what we're seeing here? You know, there's no obvious. Again, there could be dark red once we get better pictures of this Bakara, but there being no dark red that's apparent on this Lego Bakara. Maybe that's why he looks awkward to us. It looks just kind of like a regular casual clone. There's no difference besides a tiny red. Guys, I just look up a picture and it's let's see, hold up. I just look up a picture and it's pretty accurate. It's a shoulder pad. Good take, Tyler. Thank you, Galactic Jet. There's actually very little red on Bakar from the source material, pauldron and comma only. Basically, there's a Battlefront 2 heavy trooper here. Bakara helmet has a black line brow, which doesn't have in the movie because it's a special helmet design. We need more Bakara screen time for sure. Okay. All right. So, yeah, I mean, I guess we'll be able to truly gauge it once we get better pictures, but maybe that's what we're all thinking here. So I'm trying to think, is there anything else on the turbo tank that we want to discuss? I don't believe so. Oh, and I'll drop Coop a little like right there. I think I forgot to on the last post. What's going on, Exodus Hunter? Thank you. There's no interior pictures of these, unless Coop has them. There's no interior pictures of any of these, sadly. These are kind of just like the debut, very blurry, classic leaked images, right? Oh, here, this is what I was gonna say. Let's get back to the full-blown picture real quick. The box art here. All right. Like, okay, what planet is this supposed to be? Sure, there's no snow on the ground, but like, for some reason, when I first saw this picture, like it reminded me of like a snowless Megiddo Bridge. You know what I mean? The Megiddo Bridge in the summertime. You know what I'm saying? July 17th on Megiddo. That's what it reminds me of. You know what I mean? The snow's all melted. And it's like, if they're basing it off of Megiddo, how is it not like, how is it not a UTAT? Because all right, because the thing is, and I can't wait for land days this year. All right. And whether it's like in the public interview thing or like a private thing, like when some of the land guys do it, I know how. Remember when for the ATTE, in the ATTE, I don't know what land member it was, but someone asked, hey, like, was there ever a consideration for a crab droid here? And their answer was no, like no consideration for a crab droid ever. It just didn't come up. All right, someone needs to ask. And again, at the end of the day, it's all just fun and games. You know what I mean? I don't mean any direct malintent to these designers, but like it'd just be so funny. Like, you know what I mean? I might actually lose it for a couple minutes if a land member asks these designers, hey, it ended up being a turbo tank, sure, but was there ever any consideration of it being a UTAT ever? All right. And if any of those designers, man, on the Lego Star Wars team, if any of them just straight up say, no, it was never a consideration for it to be UTAT, I'm going to lose it. I'm going to lose it for a few minutes. That's just absurd. Straight up absurd. All right. The crab droid on a macular level, maybe. All right. Give him a little slack there. Okay, Harry, ask. All right. Again, and at the end of the day, dude, it doesn't matter to me what they answer. You know what I mean? I'm going to lose it for a couple minutes, but I'm not going to go on a big spiel. I don't like, you know what I mean? But I just would love to know. And the thing is, I wish they would just answer. Like, if they answered saying, yeah, we considered it, we tried a couple bills, or, if they were to just be transparent with us and just said, yeah, we considered it, but it's like, it was only shown in one thing. We just didn't think it was going to sell all that well. And we thought the turbo tank, it was time for a remake, 9 years. Like, if they gave us that answer, then like, it is what it is. You know what I mean? Maybe from a business perspective, it all makes sense for them. But if they give us the cut and dry answer of no, it was never a consideration, it's just wild. I almost just want to like, at that point, do the Star Wars guys know anything about the Star Wars that they're doing? You know what I mean? Tyler got me wanting to crack open a ghost. Yes, sir. Still got that little sour green apple. This sip's for you, CPA. I did see someone earlier bring up a point. How are we going to feel? How would we feel if next summer they come out with a UTAT with Kashyyyk troopers? Commander Gree and Kashyyyk troopers on the UTAT. How are we going to feel? Name one person who did ask for that exact lineup. No one ever did. CPA, it's my favorite flavor, man. Sour green apple is insane. It's my favorite flavor. Yeah, Commander Thorn. The V-19 was before this. We went over the V-19 before this. It's like being a summer with a coat and scarf. LOL, I would personally storm Lego HQ. Galactic Marines Battle Pack with a mini UTAT build. Yeah, that's going to be the first time we see it. Or, oh my gosh, what's even better? All right, I can see it now. Okay. Here's 2 foil bags here's 2 European paper bags we're going to get in the next year. We're going to get a Galactic Marine paper bag. All right, then we're also going to get a miniature UTAT paper bag also. That is what we're going to get. Inspiration. If you're who said that Kashyyyk and the UTAT thing, then credit to you. Like I said, I saw someone say it earlier. I didn't remember the name. But if it is you, credit to you. All right, good question here. And actually, how about for everyone? Let's open this up to the class right here. So Geo says, if you could do anything but a UTAT or turbo tank as this build, what would you do? All right, so what do we think, chat? Before I read anything, so it doesn't skew my thing, it's just so. I mean, I think for the sake of having a new one, although I would have, of course, put it with 327th to be accurate, I would go ATOT at that point, right? Like, you know what I mean? If we're not worrying about accuracies of anything like that, I would go ATOT just to have a new one. I'm not going to necessarily like it, but I would go ATOT. Then let's see what the chat's saying. A TX1, a big tri-droid would be cool. Tri-droid, interesting. I didn't even really think about that. A tri-droid would be fun. Because at that point, you would assume hopefully they can maybe actually get it down to like that $100 price point, right? If it was just a big tri-droid, they probably could get it down to there, which might be a little bit, might be better. You know what I mean? Big ass tri-droid. There we go. Yeah, big ass tri-droid. Republic frigate. Okay, that is. I don't hate that. Again, I hate it from like accuracy perspective, but a Republic frigate. I mean, hell, it's been literally what 14 years. Republic frigate's a nice little option there. I might honestly prefer a frigate over ATOT. Or a stun tank. That's interesting. A stun tank's also a good idea. Bridge. Okay, all right. This is crazy, but I agree with it. A bridge battle like the Spider-Man one from like a decade ago. That is insane. That would have been incredible. That would have been fan-frigging-tastic. What do we think, chat? A Megiddo bridge battle. That's the name. It could have been 75413 Megiddo bridge battle. And it literally could have been the bridge build, a semi-big tri-droid, and then all these figures, bro. And like, you know, the bridge build, maybe a couple, like maybe a little elevation, like with some snow, a little bit of rocks. Bro. That's crazy to think about. So let's see what David says. The UTAT is so strange and obscure. It doesn't appear in any Star Wars media or anywhere else in Star Wars media because we only see it in a vehicle book and that short battle Megiddo scene. Turbo tank looks cool. So honestly, you know, Harry, if you're still here, another interesting thing would be, I mean, and I don't know, would they even talk about it? You know what I mean? Would they? You know, maybe Jens would, or a couple of guys that have been around there for a while. But someone should bring up like the, you know, from the visual dictionary. So like at that point, like it is public. Like, you know what I mean? It wasn't just like it wasn't like something like in their background. Like it was literally in the visual dictionary. That original kind of UTAT bill from that would have came out like in 08 to 2010 or whatever. You know, having a question with that as to maybe like that would be an awesome question. If, you know, again, a couple of the people that have been around there for a decade or two, why did that not ever come out? You know, like on the topic of UTATs and all that, that would be super interesting. There's some good questions that be had with this set. All right, guys. So leave your 1 out of 10s. Leave your 1 out of 10s. I will do a couple more super chats, and then we will move on to the final set being the MTT. And then we'll still be talking about a few things after the MTT, but to move on to the last leak for today, we'll get to it in a couple minutes. So leave your scores. I'm going to hit these. I think I can probably hit all the last super chats for now, at least until more come in, and then we'll get onto the MTT. All right, so we have the Bearded Brickhead for $2. Love to see you back. Hope to see more. Brickhead. Shout out to Brickhead. Bearded Brickhead. Thank you, man, for the 2 spot. We have Justin Morrison for the 5 Canadian. I am indeed back. Thank you, Justin. There we go. Another hey, hey. That was like 2 pretty. It wasn't back to back, but I think it was a hey, hey, then a different one than a hey, hey. Then we have a Holy DCE for the 5-piece. Holy God, that 327th Battle Pack and Bly figure. Little peek. So we can definitely talk about the Bly next. We have Brick by Brick Together for the 5-piece. We are so back. See you at Brick World. Thank you for the 5-piece, man. See you next week. We've got Timmy, Republic Bricks for the 5-piece. Thank you, man. LifeBricks return stream before GTA 6 is crazy. Thank you so much, man. There we go. It looks like Timmy gets a hey, hey. Then we have Bearded Brickman right here for the 31 Australian dollars. So a good little chunk of change, right? Thank you for the 31 Australian. The King has returned. Great to see you back, brother. Much love from across the you know what. There we go. So Bearded Brickman is going to get a Babu and a fist bump. There we go, Bearded Brickman. Thank you so much, man, for the Australian dollars. And then we got the last one for the moment. We got Maddie's minifigures for the 20 piece. I think the biggest one of the night, right? In USD currency, I think the biggest one of the night. So thank you so much, man, for that. Welcome back. Need the 2010 wheels back. Also, I need a hey. All right, let's see. Is Maddie gonna get it? Maybe. The plush has done it a couple times. Let's see. Oh no. Oh no. Literally the worst one right there. But thank you, Maddie, for the 20 piece, man. I really do appreciate that. All right, let's get back to the chat, and then we'll move on to the MTT really quick. So, all right. I'm going to get back on the big screen for a couple. I'll read the chat, and then we'll move on to the final set. Unless more comes out. I'm trying to think. What else are we missing from tonight? Besides the MTT, we have the ATST. And is that it? What else is not leaked today? Is it just that the ATST? Will says, y'all still talking about this? I got a whole haircut since we started talking about this. Let's see. Across the Atlantic. There we go. ATST. Oh, yeah. Full battle pack pick, technically, right? Yeah. Full battle pack pick. 337 or 327th battle pack. Yep. The leak of Tyler building the Venator hasn't happened yet. Yep. Well, Death Star is not leaking today. I mean, we're not going to get a Death Star pick until probably. If I had to take an honest guess, I mean, we're not going to see. We're going to see. We might. Hey. Let's take predictions, guys. When are we going to see a drawing of the UCS Death Star? When are we going to see the sketch of it? What? Early August, August 15th. We'll see a sketch of the Death Star. Dude, I'm trying to think, man. Dude, that sketch, man. Like some of this other stuff, you can at least get an idea for it, bro. The sketch of the UCS Death Star, man. A circle with a little laser out of it. Dude, that is gonna be that's gonna be like the most insane, like what's the point sketch ever. Like, unless they literally can give us like in a scale perspective of like how many studs we can see. But like if it's like legitimately just like a circle, it's like there's no point because like it's just how big is that circle gonna be? But if they can give us some gauge of like the amount of studs that there are, that would be a worth it sketch in my opinion. So the battle pack, but I'm not going to show the confidential battle pack pick tonight. I already don't even know. Coop, what do you think on these? I mean, do you think these are fully safe, or what are we thinking on these? I mean, again, I'm not going to delete it no matter what, and knock on wood, hopefully Lego cuts me a little slack. If someone's watching this right now, Lego, please give me a little slack. It's just I'm just LifeBricks coming back in my return stream. That's all. I don't mean any harm. So Coop says aren't very safe, but we'll play it by ear. We'll see what's up. Again, as much as I critique Lego, I will give Lego major props over the past like 2-3 years. Lego basically did not F with anything I did at all. And, sure, I didn't really show the most risky of all things sometimes, but I went pretty crazy there in 2023. And Lego, I don't think, did a single thing to me. So shout out to them. And watch it, man. They're gonna hear me say that, and they're gonna say, "Yeah, dude, F this guy," and then they're gonna just kick me off the map. They struck the Spider-Man checklist picks. Yeah, I mean, we ain't talking Spider-Man here. I mean, true, they're from a catalog. It's like, just don't send out the damn catalog if you don't want it leaked. I mean, damn. Whose fault is that? Certainly not mine. Lego police don't even have guns. What are they going to crack down with? Glad to see you back, man. Hope you've been all right. Thank you, Shadow. Hopefully you've been all right too, man. How excited are you for Fantastic Four, the movie? Dude, decent. I finally saw Thunderbolts last weekend, and it took me forever to see it. I don't know why. Again, like in May, I was just working a lot, focusing on my health a little bit. Like, I don't know, just didn't really want to. It's not that I didn't want to. I just didn't find myself in the theater throughout May. But I finally saw it a couple days ago, and fantastic movie, like a 9 point. I think I give it a 9.6 out of 10. And again, it feels like it feels like a proper MCU movie. Feels like Phase 3 vibes, and the post credit. Although I got spoiled with it a month ago, but seeing it in theaters, truly the post credit, going into the new into Fantastic Four. I mean, the vibes are there. I am excited for Fantastic Four. I am. Creaso says, Tyler, welcome back. Hope you're ready for this weekend. Heck yeah, man. It's going to be a great little weekend stream as well. 100% agree. Really enjoyed it. Given the 2 seats, do we think the ATST will scale with the UCS AT-AT? Do we have ATST pick? Where are you seeing the 2-seat thing at? How many likes are we at, guys? And if anything, give me a like update. We'll go for like 3 more minutes here on the big screen, and then we'll get into well, actually, we'll go for 4 minutes. We'll go until the 2-hour mark, and then we will get into the MTT. Tyler, they have a hit on you after M&R and the Rebuild the Galaxy premiere? Maybe. Will we be getting a video breaking down your return to your channel? Yeah. So we'll see how it all plays out. I still might do a return video this week. I'm not too sure on that, but definitely post Brick World. So like 2 weeks from now, I'll definitely be back. At least one stream a week, one video a week. We'll see how it goes. I mean, I can't promise no 30 videos a month type thing, but one video, one stream, I think would suffice for a couple month or two. Was it 2 seats or 2 cockpits? Best live stream in 2025. Thank you, Cole. I'm having a great time, and shout out to the 300 to 400 people of you guys, or 300 to 400 of you guys here. Wonderful time. I know I went a little bit earlier, and for being a Tuesday, people probably still at work. A couple of people at school earlier. But yeah, we're probably gonna be going for another hour or so. I think the MTT should probably be about 20-30 minutes to break down, and we'll probably go for 20 or 30 after. What's up, Brendan? How you doing, man? Looks like we're at 334. Is that a like count? 334 in the like count? If so, let's grab 16 more really quick, and then we'll go on to the next the MTT. Hattie says just posted the Death Star leak sketch. Let me guess, man, it's a circle. Yeah, Coop says I gave the UK boys a chance to watch. Yeah, it was interesting. It was cool to see Padawan be able to and Wicket be able to last for like 10 minutes in the stream, unlike usual. Cole will be back in a little bit. Have to go eat dinner. Have a good dinner, man. Speaking of dinner, what did everyone have for dinner tonight, or what is everyone having tonight? We'll talk about this for 2 minutes, then we'll get into the MTT, guys. I'm just curious. What's everyone having for dinner tonight? Well, also 8-hour stream. I feel like 8-hour streams are more of like a Friday, Saturday type vibe. I don't know if a Tuesday makes sense for that. Pizza, Taco Tuesday, debating on some Chick-fil-A. Whole Foods about to have pizza, ground beef, guac, and salsa. Acai bowl. Ooh, that's interesting for dinner. Taco. I'm making burritos with beef queso and mushrooms. Room temperature grapes. Wish I was having Taco Bell nuggets. I wish I was too, Maddie, but no, I'm on 1 month of Whole Foods only, man. No fast food for me this month. I'm planning on posting one video per week. 1 video per week and 1 stream per week. Pokey Bricks. Hey man, glad to see you back. Can't stay for long. Yeah, I'm going for about another hour or so. Stay as long as you want, man. But good luck on your finals tomorrow. Firehouse subs. Ooh, that's interesting. I'm a Jersey guy though. Jersey Mike's over Firehouse personally. Hamburger, chicken tenders. All right, guys, let's move into the MTT to close it off here. Let's see. MTT, guys. All right, here we go. Here we go. The Clone Wars MTT, the first of its kind. What's everyone's initial reactions? Let me know. What do you guys want to talk about with it? How are we thinking this is looking? Fire, tiny. Droid rack seems small. I like the color. Looks great. Flames, a bunch of W's there. That's not a carrier, so small. 10 out of 10, easy buy. Still has only 6 droids, but the drop function looks awesome. I definitely can see mod being made to fit more droids. We know. Oh, I just totally missed that. Man, the chat's going fast right now. I think I totally missed a couple there. The build is beautiful, just doesn't hold enough droids. Yeah, that's the biggest flaw here. I mean, no matter how big the build is or whatever, it's just only holding 6 droids is just a disappointment. I saw someone make this a couple of weeks ago, this comment. It's a little crazy. Think about it. The GWP from last year. I'll do this. So ironic I'm talking about that. Then Geo just, yeah, look. Geo just even literally commented exactly what I was going to say. The 2024 droid carrier holds more than the actual MTT. Insanity right there. In order for it to hold 100x droids, you need to buy like 17 of them. Josh Smith, how you doing, man? Thank you. Maybe unpopular opinion, but I'd trade the Jedi clone for double the droids. Yeah, I mean, I don't know if I can agree with that, just in the sense of like regular battle droids are so easy to get, and like they're $1 each on if you need to just army build them. As much as I might not fully like the Bly, I would rather, I think named characters like Bly and Ayla Secura are much more needed than just double the droids here. You know, for how easy droids are to get. It must be able to hold commando droids too, right? It's probably just going to be like some side compartment for him. Box art is weird. Why is Bly running into battle with the droids, not against them? That's super funny. So, all right. So the printed dish on the front, very awesome. It's great to finally see this color scheme in a full size MTT. We had the one poly bag from I think like 2010 or whatever, 2011, but a full size MT, or you know, I say full size loosely there, right? Very loosely, but a playset size MTT in this color is great to see. I guess really the only full size MTT I think is the 2007 one. Who cares what it can hold? We're gonna display it anyway. Valid little point there. I can't deny it. Valid little point. Bly's flanking, maybe. Yeah, maybe. Yeah, Bly's flanking from the rear. Yeah. Can't wait for official images. Yeah, I mean, official images are definitely going to be a lot better to break down. Going to be a lot more fun to break down, definitely. UCS MTT, blue and gray AET might be tougher to find now. That true. Blue. Well, if anything, I mean, yeah, I mean, people are still going to probably get the think about it. It gives purpose to the 2021 finally because the 2021 is smaller and will fit next to this one more. But good point. The 2021 might honestly see a little influx. You know, people wanting to get it. Love that it's getting some Felucia box art. When would official images be posted? At this rate, I mean, probably. I would assume late June, right? I mean, there's potential maybe right after Brickworld era, but like I would assume like June 20th or after. Grandpa Clone Custom solves many problems. Most people will buy these and swap them out. All right, so I guess that's enough on the build for now. Again, not much more to really look at build-wise. It only holds 6 droids, so that definitely sucks. Let's get into the figures here. Let's get into the figures. How in the heck? Why is this not? There we go. There we go. All right, so we have Ayla Secura, which is a new figure. You know, new prints, new face, definitely. Headpiece might be the same. This is definitely medium blue, right? This is definitely medium blue. Because medium blue was the 2010 one. Dark Azure was the 2017 one. And we're definitely back to medium blue here, right? There's no way this is Dark Azure, right? AAT might have great pieces to mod this. Did they do a Thrawn and change the blue? I mean, if anything, I like the medium blue better. I really do think the medium blue on her looks better. So if this is back to medium blue, I mean, I'm a huge fan of that. I think a Dark Azure is just a little too dark. A little too dark, in my opinion. I just realized, why am I down here? Why am I down here now? What's going on? How do I get myself, I mean, a little bit bigger? Oh, not this big. There we go. All right, there we go. I think, I mean, honestly, though, I mean, we're so late into the stream. It's like, maybe I should have been doing this style the entire time. Get these figures a little bit bigger, these pictures a little bit bigger, but yeah, I'll keep myself down here. We'll talk about Blah here in a second. I mean, so the Ayla Secura thoughts. Just in the chat, what do you guys prefer, medium blue or dark azure? If you just had if you had to choose for the Ayla Secura that they make, medium blue or the dark azure, let's kind of get a gauge for what you guys are thinking here. Medium blue, medium blue. Medium, medium, medium. So there's like 6 or 7 medium so far. We got one at dark azure. It looks like medium blue. It looks like, I mean, just, yeah. I mean, there's like 8 or 9 medium blues, one dark azure. So it looks like, safe to say, medium blue. And I've said medium blue about damn 80 times right there in the past 5 seconds. Let's see what Obi-Wan Studio says. Nice to see you. Looking happy and glad to be back, dude. Thank you, Obi Studios. Thank you, man. Only weird part about her is that her cloths stop at the front, like she's having a bikini. What do you mean by that? I mean, you just mean like how like her top doesn't like there's a gap between like her dark brown arm and like the top where it's like, is that what you're getting at? I don't fully understand what you're saying there. B1 Pilot is no longer exclusive to the May 4th GWP. Bro, what are we? Geo says the torso on Bly is wrong. Should have 3 SIG boxes. What are we talking about here, man? Bly smokes SIGs, bro? Since when? Is that another piece of lore that I'm not sure of, dude? When have we ever seen Bly smoke a SIG, bro? Let me know, Geo. Like no side of torso printing, I think. Yeah, but at that point, I mean, we never get that. You know what I mean? Yeah, Lego Stars, right? Yeah, we've not. So I mean, I don't know. I don't really find that awkward to me. Like we just literally have never gotten torso, printing on the side of the torso. Bro, am I actually about to learn tonight, man, that there's that Bly smokes SIGs, bro? If I really do learn that tonight, I mean, I would have never guessed that. Never. Torso should have a brown stripe. All right, so let's move on to Bly now. I think we've talked enough about Ayla. Let's talk about Bly. All right, so I guess, all right, let's go top down on Bly. All right, so the helmet, of course, he's got the helmet holes. It's the same thing as all these other helmets. The macro binoculars, as we've always said, definitely helps this figure. It just covers up. It just makes sense. Like the macro binoculars on these helmets look fantastic. Not having the dark brown stripe, it looks to be dark tan on there. Definitely not how I think it would work, right? But other than that, the helmet doesn't look too bad. A little bit hard to fully tell, with the macros down, but the macros definitely, like the macros being down, I think help and or save the helmet anyway. Like any way we look at it. Just being able to look at it with the macros down is definitely a good thing. So Gio said he sent me on Instagram let's see what Gio sent. Holy shit, dude. First time going on Instagram and through. Oh my gosh. So much. Gio, where'd you send it at? Oh, here we go. Bro, come on now. This is what all right. So this is not canon. Like, okay, I mean, sure, it's a funny little joke, but no, it's not canon. This is not part of episode 3. Where am I back on the? Yeah, I don't know about that one, guys. It's funny, but I thought, Gio, I thought you actually were about to tell me like in a book or something, Bly's smoking like a Virginia Slim or something, man. But no, just a funny little thing. No, that's funny. That's no, that's funny, man. That's funny. Okay, so the helmet, there's our thoughts on that. Let's move on to the torso area, like pauldron torso area. Pauldron's great. Pauldron is fantastic. I saw some people ask if it was a cloth or not. So it's not. It's a new little plastic piece. So it's not cloth. It's not like I mean, do we know? I mean, is it hard plastic or is it like the rubbery? Actually, that I can't. All right, this is a classic LifeBricks moment. I was gonna say, bro, is it a rubbery plastic or is it hard plastic? But rubbery plastic is literally just rubber, right? So never mind that, dude. I mean, completely. Don't even. or so, Coop. I mean, so I'm not crazy. Maybe I just like sounded more stupid trying to fix my stupidness. So yeah, hard plastic. Okay. At least I'm confident they're soft plastic now. Bly has some crazy neck height. A little bit. I can kind of see it. Has the goat told us why it took such a? I'm gonna get to that a little bit at the end of the stream. And like by end, I mean I'm probably gonna go for like 3 hours total. So in like 30 minutes or so, probably. What's up, Lego Life 332nd? Well, the Twi'lek hair stuff. No. What do you mean by? Let's see. So now here's the thing. All right, what is the difference between soft plastic and rubber now? Because it like I'm getting at the fact of like the Twi'lek headpieces are still a hard plastic, but you can compare it to like Kit Fisto or like Plo Koon, like the old one. That's like rubber, right? So like what are we talking about when we say soft plastic? Like is that even a thing? Coop says glad Bly torso is different from basic 327 torso. Yeah, that's definitely a good thing. So no waist cape with the hard piece pauldron. Yeah, so there's a pauldron, no waist cape on this guy. So just like with a lot of these clones, I mean not all of them, but like the Marines and this Bly are prime examples of waist up, like 9.5 out of 10 figures. But waist down, you know, like think about it. Like if you're splitting up if you're splitting up a 10, I'm gonna go 9.5 for the top 2/4 or 2/3, and then the bottom third is where you're gonna put that 0.5 at. Like the legs on these guys, like on the Marines and the Bly, 0.5 out of 10. Soft plastic would be like the new Vision cape. Alexander, I'll be posting videos after Brick World, so like 2 weeks from now. I thought there was a new rumored plastic comma. I never heard anything about a comma. There should have been a new comma plastic piece. Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, I'm kind of surprised. I mean, if they're going to go plastic on the pauldron, why not just go plastic comma at that? Like, why not? Like, I think for the commas, it would be a downgrade, but it would be better than nothing, in my opinion. Especially if they would upgrade it to some degree. You know, a little bit different than the older ones. Make it a little bit more malleable. You know what I mean? Where you could actually move the legs a little bit better. Joey G, good thing I got 20 black waist capes from Firestar Toys when getting different helmets. What a treat after work. Welcome back. What's up, man? Nice to see you. Thank you for being here. Because clones got to sit, man. I guess you're right. I guess you're right, man. But who's the girl from Dreams? What's that girl's name? The main girl? I'm trying to think. Man, I have no clue. She doesn't need to sit though. If they're not going to give us a plastic comma piece, they should have printed. Oh, Izzy, there we go. Izzy from Dreams, man. She don't got to sit. Bro, Gio's going like 12 for 15 in the comments tonight, man. He's going 12 for 15. That's a good point, though. Where is he going to sit? He's going to Gio. He's going to just sit on the ground, man. He's going to take a nice little seat right on the dirt ground. On the dirt of Felucia. Wanda from Avengers, yeah. All right, so let's see. So that's interesting. I mean, Coop, do you know why don't we have close-up of the commando droids? Oh, actually, speaking of that, I mean, all right, so here. We'll go to the commando droids in a second. So yeah, we have pilot back. We have the pilot back, and we got 6 beautiful B1s. Six beautiful B1s. What? Yeah, no, Coop. No, you're right. You're right. I'm gonna zoom in on the commando droids afterwards. Yo, Coop. After this picture, is there anything that I'm missing so far, or no? Or anything that I'm missing still, or not? Or is after this technical thing, is this actually it? Decent amount of B1. I mean, is 6 really a decent amount of B1s? They should be given a 16 like the older ones. Top of the MTT has 327th battle pack. Ooh, really? Oh, okay, yeah. There we go. Yeah, we'll get to that in a second. All right. Spoiled a little bit on your guys' end, but hey, we'll get back to it in a second. All right, so the battle droids are here, and don't worry, Coop. I'll shoot you a like, man. There you go. And then let's go up a little bit. So it's gonna be I can't zoom any closer on these guys, but commando droids are back. Commando droids have made a return. All right. Of course, until we get official better images, going to be a little bit hard to dictate, what color. Like, these are dark brown, right? I hate to say it. I mean, I don't know if you guys saw my post a couple of weeks ago on Instagram, which, again, I'll say this here. I mean, I know it was very late to say it, but we still got almost 300 people here. I mean, as much as I don't post on YouTube as much anymore, I'm on Instagram like full time. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I post everything I can. I'm always on my stories giving opinions on stuff. So, like, again, I will be back to YouTube here. But, like, if you just want to catch up, like, on the day-to-day thoughts and, just I don't know, you'll be able to message me here and there if you want to send me a picture or something or whatever. Like, Instagram, at LifeBricks is the place to do so. I've been on there full time, pretty much doing everything I normally would be doing for the past year or so. I just have not been doing it on YouTube. So a little plug for there. But yeah, that's the only place I'm on. I don't really post anything anywhere else. From that picture, something's wrong. The commando heads. What do you mean by that, Owen? Does the one on the back have a vibro blade? Good point. No, it's a blaster. The one in the back definitely has. It's just a blaster. It's just a short one. I think all the droids in this set have. I think Bly's got a black blaster, and I think all the droids have the pearl dark gray blasters. But I think that's all it is. I think it's just a pearl dark gray medium blaster back there, right? Now that I think about it, kind of looks like Bly sneaking up on the droids. A little bit, yeah, I guess that's right. None of the droids are actually, I guess the front commando droid might see him. But, yeah, I guess Bly is coming back, or coming from the backside of everything. Gunmetal gray blasters for droid. Isn't there supposed to be a third commando droid? No, there's only 2. There's 2 commando droids here. Does the Bly's torso have a yellow stripe that's inaccurate? It should be brown. Yeah, I kind of brought that up earlier. Yeah, yep, you're right on that, Imperial. What if the commando's in the turbo tank? That would be interesting. I mean, I almost would have rathered. So the more I'm thinking about it, I mean, just to confirm, I mean, is there a blue and gray? Has there ever been? Like, I know not on the Clone Wars show, but like at all, dude, whether it's canons, legends, whatever, has there ever been a blue and gray form of a droideka ever? Or is it only, brown, you know what I mean? Brown and like brown and gray. Like, is it only brown and gray? Because, like, it would be kind of cool. Yeah, I guess accurate or not. I mean, hell, they do enough stuff that isn't canon. Imagine if instead of the 2 commando droids here, They gave us a gray and dark blue Droidica, but a good build Droidica. Not like some of this other gibberish they've been doing, but a good build Droidica. And then throw the Commando Droids in the turbo tank. That'd be cool. Yeah, I've also got the GCC Bly somewhere. Well, shout out to GCC. I'll give them their credit. They did send me that Bly and a couple other figures for free. This was like a year ago at this point, but shout out to them though. Shout out to GCC. They've hooked me up with a couple things in the past. Koopa has only been brown, just brown droids. I'm not finding anything for blue and gray Droidica. This is a Clone Wars Bly, and Clone Wars Bly has yellow stripes. The leaks from yesterday. Coop, 2 or 3 Commando droids in this set. 2 or 3. Looking at it, all you need is 2x2 plates, and the rack can hold 8 droids, no problem. The bronze, oh, this is interesting. Let's see. The brown of the Droidica comes from the bronzinium they're made from, not a paint job. That's very interesting. I definitely, sure as heck, wouldn't have known that. Real quick, I just want to hit the super chat real quick. Caleb Johnson for the 2-piece. Happy you're back, man. Thank you, Caleb, for the 2-piece. Thank you, man.
Yep, the droid is ready.
There we go. And I am caught up on the super chats officially as of right now. Which, again, shout out to everyone that sent those in. Fantastic. Thank you guys all so much for just the support in general, let alone, sure, little financial support on top. Thank you guys for that. The members, the actual, donations. It was much appreciated. They have blue and gray Hailfire. Really? Blue and gray Hailfire droids. Damn. Where are those at? I guess I should just look it up, but those is that from a Canon material or not? Blue and gray Hailfire, man, that's cool. Let's see, blue and gray Hailfire droids. Does that fit coming to Brick World? Yeah. So Cody, this is just this is literally the exact same as the dark pink one. So last year at Kohl's, there's the dark pink one. There's this bluish one, and then there's like a white one that are all identical. And believe me, I tried to look up that exact, like, they just don't make, like, for some reason, like, I guess Kohl's every year just like carries different stuff, but like, I should have picked up all the other colors they had last year because these things are fantastic, man. I love these so much. Like, they fit me good. They just look great. They're nice. Like, the material's fantastic. But yeah, this is one of them. So the MTT, let's see what Coop says here. The MTT is 160. Man, bro. MTT and Turbo are both 160 and both under 1,000 pieces. Dude, that era of price per piece, bro, out the window. I want to see Tyler with the leaving suitcase. Hey, I'll have the same suitcase on the same shirt, man. And I'll probably park in the same general area. So we'll have to see if that picture gets recreated. Almost looks like a medium blue. Are you talking about a medium blue alt? Like as in like my shirt, or are you talking about something with the Lego set? I don't even know what we're talking about right now. Is Commander helmet door mounted? Is Commander helmet door mounted? I gotta say, I don't know what you were trying to comment there. Well, you are right on that, Coop. The perfect one-to-one recreation will not be able to happen. All right, so I guess the final thing. All right, so I guess actually, so MTT, I guess we're over with, right? We're done with here. Everyone, what is your out of 10 score of the MTT? And then we will move on to the last little piece that we have with these pictures. How many droids? 6 regular, 1 pilot, 2 commando. So we have some 8s, some 9s. We have a 7, more 7s. We have a 20 out of 10. We have 8874 88875 a 66. Okay, all right. So you guys like this? You guys like it? I can't wait for official images, man. It's gonna be fun to see. Like this is one of those waves, unlike previous times, where comparing these like blurry leaked images to like the official images is gonna be like night and day. I feel. I feel like they're like for the first time ever. I feel like there is like a genuine like 3 to 5 answers that like we won't get until the official images, unless someone actually leaks a higher quality thing beforehand. But like it gets me excited. You know what I mean? It gets me excited. And truly, I'll say this much: this like these figures really like this wave does give me good vibes. Okay. It gives me better vibes than a lot of other waves. It really, truly does. And I guess predominantly the V-19, Jango, MTT, and Turbo Tank. Those 4 give me some really good vibes. Not perfect vibes, but just like how they look, the figures especially, a lot of good vibes thrown around here. Yeah, so the dish is definitely printed. Not sure if everything else is printed on this set, though. Ayla and Bly should have been replaced with Arc, Jesse, and Crosshair. Interesting take there. Very interesting there. This is better than the May wave. Yeah, 100%. 100%. V-19 looks whack. I'm in a little bit of agreement with you. I agree. I'm not the biggest fan of how that V-19 looks. Small or not, I don't think the design's all that good. All right, so I guess the final thing we really have here is this little pocket up here for the battle pack. Which again, dude, the fact there's another spider droid in that set, dude, they need to ban spider droids from coming in sets, especially gray ones. If they would have thrown us a reddish brown one in that battle pack, sure, I'll give them a little bit of slack. But light bluish gray spider droids, we need to pass like a global law that Lego is not allowed to put another light bluish gray spider droid into a set for 15 years. One is a rangefinder, but none is the macros. The no macros is crazy. And rangefinder in what color, Coop? Is it just the light? Is it? I don't have the UCS one built yet. Is it? Are those light bluish gray or dark bluish gray in the UCS Jango Slave one? And if so, is it the same color that this clone gets or no? Light bluish in the Slave one. Okay. To be fair, the last time. Well, yeah, to be fair, I mean, it's also too soon. I mean, we've gotten a light bluish gray spider droid in like 9 sets in 10 years or like 15 years. Like, it's just, they need to get them out of here. Wait, holy smokes, is that the new rangefinder as on the clones? Yeah, apparently, yeah. Light bluish gray on one of them. Looks the same as Jango. There we go. Now we got 2 Coops heads. Look at that. We got 3 of them. We have 3 Coops on the screen. Look at that. We got 1, 2, and then 3 in the bottom left corner. They're averaging 1 every 3 years. I agree. Too often. ATT had a spider droid too. Yep. Like I said, if they were to give us if anything, I think a reddish brown version in this new style would be cool, because the last reddish brown one we had even was the old style where it used, droid bodies as the feet and everything like that. Like, I do think if they were to give us this look but reddish brown, I would actually not mind that. I really would not mind that. Let's see what Artem says. In movies, only Separatist Navy had blue and gray color scheme. All other is Filoni's and fans made ups. In Revenge of the Sith, you can see a brown MTT inside invisible hand hanger. Interesting. Okay, so in the Clone Wars, the more I'm thinking about this, I mean, am I totally off? Like, the only time we even saw a Clone Wars MTT actually in blue and gray, or am I totally mistaken by this? It was the only time it was in Bad Batch, right? Or did we actually see it in Clone Wars ever? If so, what arc? I'm trying to think because I mean I don't even remember. Like I remember the super tanks naturally, but I don't even remember. Oh, the Ryloth arc. Yep. Yep, you guys are right. Okay, that's why everyone says the whole Wat Tambor thing. Okay. Now it makes sense. Now it makes sense. Andy says the blue and gray ones were playable in the Lego Star Wars The Clone Wars video game. Ooh, so Jack says the Ryloth and the Saw Gerrera arc. That's interesting. And on an Axis? They were getting all the treasure and stuff into the Clone Wars MTTs? I do need to plug this computer in a second. Unless 12% can last me the rest of the stream. What do we think here? So, Coop, as of right now, there's nothing else, Coop? When are we going to get the ATST? Is it safe to say, well, Coop, I'm not going to say, unless you want me to, I'm not going to say what you said over DM. But I guess that is the reason why the ATST would not be there, right? Because if that is where these are from, you would assume they're not going to put a UCS set where these were from, right? But Coop, you get what I'm saying there. Like, I mean, I'll leave it at that. I'll leave it broad like that. But that's why the ATST didn't leak today. All right, so I guess that's everything for. Let me plug this in really quick, and then we'll close it off for like 20 or 30 minutes, with a couple other things to kind of catch up on. Because I mean, there's other stuff I want to talk about too, Star Wars wise. I mean, it's been so long. So let me see if this cord will reach. It will, but it is just gonna have to be in front of me, which is a little annoying. But the show must go on, and I need some power for it. All right, so we're plugged in now, so we're good to go. So what else is there to talk about? Let's see. Actually, I should probably let me stop sharing for a second here, so I'm not. All right, here. All right, so we'll go big screen here for a second. What other new stuff is there to talk about? Coop, do you have the advent calendar on your page? Yes, you do. All right, here. So let me pull this up real quick. Present, share screen. Yo, Coop, do you want to give your multi-pack your multi-pack theory? And then I'll highlight it and we can talk about it? Or do you not want to do that? If you do, put it up and we can talk about it. Or if you just want me to say it or whatever. Logan, I am back, yes. So yes, I'll bring up the advent calendar here in a second. We'll talk about Babu, possibly the 3-in-1. Yeah, Coop, if you want to break it down, man, I'll put it on the screen. I'll put it on the screen, then we'll bring up the advent calendar. I do want to bring up the STAP. I haven't talked. I know it's not new, but I do want to talk about the STAP. We'll bring up the K2SO, and then yeah, we'll do that. We'll do K2SO. Actually, I mean, at that point, I mean, at the very end, again, for the people that want to stay around. So at this point, for the 240 that are here, here's how we're going to break it down. For the next 30 or 40 minutes or so, I will be covering the advent calendar, which is not new, but I just haven't talked about it yet. So I'll be covering my thoughts on there. We'll be talking about that. The multi-pack theories, we'll be talking about that. And then I'm going to talk about the battle droid, or the B1 on the STAP. the K2SO, and then to fully close it off, I'll give my quick little thoughts on the June 1st stuff, the 3 sets that just came out. And then we'll go like 10 or 20 minutes of just random talk after that. But yeah, so if you guys are here just for solely 2025 stuff or like the new stuff, this is kind of the bookend of it. So yeah, so but we're gonna be going for about 30 more minutes or so if you guys want to hang around. So let's bring up the advent calendar really quick as Coop is getting that up. Let's see, present, share screen. All right, here we go, guys. So the advent calendar is up. Gonna briefly talk about this. So what do you guys think about this advent calendar? What do you guys think? Are you guys a fan of it? Too many droids for you guys? What's going on here? Thank you, Paul. Thanks for being here, man. David says, okay, the image of the Slave 1 shows Jango Fett with his arm printing, which isn't a bad thing. No, so the Playscale Jango Starship does not have arm printed Jango. Creaso says great at 20. Yeah, Ethan, that's a very good point there. Should have been, yep. Would have been awesome. It's an, oh, dude, Cody, even better take. It's a 9 out of 10 as long as there's a Sandcrawler next year. Fantastic point. Thank you, Matt. Good to see you. Good to see you in the chat as well. Thank you for being here. So look, I'm a fan of this. I really do. I mean, for Bricklink, like as in like new Lego Star Wars minifig number wise, there's literally like 16 figures in here technically. Like if they really count all this, like, right? I mean, I think the Buzz Droid's up top. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. I got a feeling there's going to be 16 minifigures counted like per Bricklink for this set. A little crazy. And I, for one, I do count droids as figures. I just do. Like, they are. They're characters. Like, it's not their fault they're droids, right? You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, that's like calling C-3PO not a mini, or not a character. It's like, or not a minifigure. It's like, is it, think about it. Is it, is it the probe droid's fault that it's a probe droid? No, but it's still a character, so it is a minifigure. Man, the Sandcrawler would have to be UCS for anyone to care. That last one's so small. Yep. So I would say this much. My quick thoughts. The highlight here is Babu, of course, which is right here. Can't wait for Babu. It might even make me go. Like, it might even make me buy this full price day one just to get Babu. But the goal here, hopefully, is Mexico factory Babus for like $2 each or something like that. So I can get like 200 or 300 Babus, fill up a great base plate, and have a fun time, right? I mean, that's the goal here. Hopefully, so if anyone has a Connect that can get Babus for like $1 or $2, I will happily buy a bunch. Real quick, we got Evan Thompson right here for the 420 super. Thank you, man. You being back is more exciting than these leaks. Thank you so much for that.
Hello, Babu Freak.
So Babu himself is not going to be in a Mando set, but Anan Zelen would, because, all right, hear me out. Here's my take on this. I know I've said this before, but, and it's probably pretty obvious. The reason why I think Babu is in this set is because the original Mando movie sets were going to be, or I guess not originally. Yeah, originally, right? Because the Mando movie was originally 2025, or is it vice versa? No, I guess, no, never mind. It was always 2026, but it's still the same logic that they know going into 2026 that they're going to use this same mold for the Mando movie and Zelens. So as much as this is the debut now of the mold, they already are going to use it in the pipeline, for the future Anzellans for the movie. It pretty much solidifies that. If they don't have the Anzellans in the Mando movie sets, Huge surprise. So, literally, I mean, I can't wait until, I mean, man, the Anzellans are so good. So good, man. So glad they're in the movie. Hopefully we get a little Anzellan workshop. You guys know I've been wanting that thing forever. JB, glad to see you're back. No longer the feature, but the main attraction. Thank you, JB. Good to be back, man. All right, so I guess this is all the Advent talk. Coop, how far away from the multi-pack theory are you? Do you want me to cover a like the B1 or something before, or are you pretty close there? Cole says 368 likes. Let's try to get to 400 by the end of this. So if you guys are just now tuning in, be sure to hit the like button. All right, Coop, I will cover another set as we're waiting for the theory. Let's go to the B1. Let's go to the B1 on staff. Let's just get our thoughts here. So $130, another absurd thing, but I mean, hell, at least it's 1,000 pieces. But I guess there's only one figure, so kind of doesn't make up for it. But July 1st, so this thing's coming out in just a couple weeks now. This is Target exclusive, right, Coop? Target. So what do we think about this one, guys? Do we guys like, or yeah, do we like this or not? The B1 on a buildable step. Oh, Amazon exclusive. Okay, Amazon and Lego. Okay. Yo, B1 Bricks, what's up, man? Thank you for being here. Clever Pig, what's up? Nice to see you in the chat. Oh, and is this 140? Is this so it's 140 Amazon and Lego only? Damn. Yeah, no, the color on the box art, I agree. Color on the box art on this is crazy good. Huge fan. And it's not even that crazy. It's literally just the plains of Naboo. And it's so much better than that boring black box art. So much better. So yeah, I mean, I do want this. This is on my want list. I'm just gonna wait for it to go down to like 70 or something, and then let's cover the K2 really quick, and then Coop will probably be done with this theory after that. So what do we think on this one, guys? So this is August 1st. It comes out, with all of the original 2025 stuff we were talking about earlier in the stream. This is going to be 90, but for all I know, could even be 100, 190 now. Maybe it's 190 now through these tariffs, but somewhere in that range. 90 plus, 90 to 100 and something. K2SO, 845 pieces, 75434. I like this besides the head. Okay, so I will actually pull this up. I've got it actually on display. I have the buildable one from like 2016 or whatever. So look at this, guys. I have the buildable one that I have on display now. I took it out of the bin. I'm like, damn, this thing is good. And the Andor finale with I mean, look, you guys, man, to think about it, the last time that I was on these streams, I was like fully smack talking Andor. But so yeah, my Andor season 2 thoughts. If you guys have, I mean, the last 6 episodes, fantastic. Or the last 5 episodes, like fantastic. Yeah, the last 5. Because, I mean, the first episode of the 3rd arc, it's whatever. But the last 5 are great. So I've got the K2SO. So what I'm going to actually do, I actually have on my want list another head for here. So I think this head from 2016, like scale-wise, just like visualizing it, the head actually looks like it might scale well with the new one. So I think this head looks way better. Way better. It's actually got like a jaw and a mouth. I mean, this new one is just doesn't do nothing for me. The new one, I think, let me zoom in close for you guys. The new one, I don't know. Doesn't look good in my opinion. Hey, is this a hot take? K2SO, I think, is the #1 droid in Star Wars. Is that a hot take or what? What do you guys think about that? And if you guys do disagree, who is your #1 droid in Star Wars? There we go. He is back on the shelf now. R2 takes the cake. I don't know. I think Chopper's overrated. There's my take. Chopper overrated. SM33. I don't know. No way. Looks better than the battle droid. Building Plo Koon's microfighter. How's that coming along, Will? Do you like the Plo Koon? I'm getting the Jango Fett Fire Spray Interceptor UCS set this month if I can when I go to the Lego store. Also, that B1 battle droid is more exciting because it looks. Yeah, I'm very happy that the battle droid included the stab. I like that way more than just the individual battle droid. What's up, Ian? Thank you for being here, man. All right, so at this rate, until Coop gets the theory out, I mean, I guess that's basically, it, right? I mean, what do we think, guys? Is there anything else to discuss? Like anything else you guys want my opinions on, like Lego Star Wars wise from this year or last year at this point? I mean, I don't know. Anything you guys have question wise? We're not going to be going too much longer. Like I think a 3-piece makes sense. I think 3 hours makes sense for tonight. And then we'll go from there. I mean, I could show off some of the stuff I've been getting, but I don't know. I mean, do you guys want to see that? Do you guys want to see some stuff? I don't even really know if I want to necessarily go get it. But the highlight, I mean, I will show this. I mean, you guys can already see it behind me if you guys haven't seen it yet. I mean, the obvious highlight, well, first off, this right here. I love this thing, man. Can't wait till I can get the rest of them, but the rest of them are 5 times more rare, so can't wait, right? And then naturally another cool thing, this right here. I've wanted this. This has been a childhood dream forever. I am so grateful I got this, man. So, of course, shout out to the person I bought it from. He also ended up hooking me up with the poster, too. So I've got the box, the poster, and I just need to actually, hopefully at Brickworld, I can actually find the Hailfire droid sealed and the droid battle pack sealed. So then I'll have the complete thing since the figures I already have. But this is a dream, man. And shout out to Ryan, for this was coming up on probably 8 months ago for shooting me a text about it and convincing me, hey, I should buy it. Good deal. It was, I shot a little offer on eBay, got it down a little bit. And again, this is for the personal collection forever, but just from like a value sense is I'm going to complete the entire thing here for about $1,200 or $1,300. And these are going for like $4,000 to $5,000. So parting it together, who would have ever thought that I would have been able to part together a Comic-Con thing? So, but I did, and I'm beyond grateful, man. Such a good piece. Such a good piece. And then a cool little thing from LifeBricks. A little Lego Star Wars. It looks like a little Munchkin holder, man. Little Dunkin' Donut Munchkin holder. Little Captain Rex thing here. I love it, man. From Europe, I think, right? But yeah, a couple other things. But I'd say those two on this shelf are definitely probably the highlights of what I got. Other than that, I have been building quite a lot more too. I guess I'll move this over here. I've been building helmets. Built the Jango. Built the AT-AT driver. I built the... Luke helmet last week. Very awesome. I'm a big helmet guy all of a sudden. I love them. I'm going to display all of them right down there. So a huge helmet guy lately. Pretty much the one thing that interests me in Lego Star Wars these days are these helmets. I also built the Ahsoka's Interceptor. Very, very cool. Part of the May 4th haul. And yeah. And then I guess shifting it over here, I do have the beauty right there. What's up, Seattle fan? How you doing, man? So yeah, very excited here. K2SO, UCS shuttle. And then honestly, I'm gonna hop off the charger here for a second. Let me give you guys a little tour. Yeah, it's not done yet, but it definitely looks a lot cleaner down here. I forgot I'm plugged into the mic, but here I'll be able to shift it though at least. So this is what this side. So the brown shelves were originally here, but I ended up switching them out to the white. I've got the Osprey up there, a sealed Osprey, very awesome. Love that set, man. Love it. But it canceled, so extra cool. The Ben 10, I've got some built Ben 10 sets, all of them. I've got the sealed Ben 10s, so 1 and 1. I've got all the Scooby sets. Got Scoobies. Oh, Babu. I've also got. So I'm a big UCS guy now. Huge. Like I've realized if Lego's going to continue to make smaller builds, okay, for whatever reason, I've realized I pretty much have to go UCS. Like UCS is the epitome of what I like. You know what I mean? It's massive builds of these vehicles. So a couple weeks ago, I pretty much made the executive decision. I'm going UCS. Like I want all of them. So the ones that I've built right now: Imperial Star Destroyer, the 2019 one, Gunship, Imperial Shuttle, TIE Fighter, and Luke's Landspeeder. Which, dude, I finally built that a couple of weeks ago. Heater, man. I love that set. The next one I'm going to build is the 2023 X-Wing. You guys might remember, I was smack talking the UCS AT-AT for a while. All right. I'm going to keep it. All right. So I bought one to kind of sit on, maybe sell it eventually, since it's like whatever. I don't really like it. I'm going to keep it now and build it. All right. So, because it's a big AT-AT. I need it. I want it. You know what I mean? The Venator, of course, we'll see where that ends up. Maybe this fall, maybe even this summer. Do I bring back the Venator build streams this summer? Maybe I do. I've also got, and then in the other room, I've got the Where'd I get that Speed Champs display? I got it from a Meyer. I walked out with it. And yeah, I just walked out with it. It's not a product. I mean, I'm not stealing from them. It's not like there's a barcode on it. Are we good now? Am I still lagging or what? All right, Coop says I'm good. Good. All right, well, maybe that's the sign to pack it up here in about 20. But so Coop says that he has his thing ready. Let's see. All right, so we'll pull up the yeah, dude. That's actually true. Lego's trying to put me offline. All right, so combo's out. So we'll go over the all right, here we go. All right, so we have the final thing of the stream, guys. Present, share screen. Hit it with a little refresh. All right, so here is the... Okay, so here's like the theory. You know what I mean? The theory of what it should be, or what it could be. For one of them. There's two of them, right, Coop? But this is the 66804 Star Wars: The Clone Wars and Mandalore Battle Pack combo pack. August 1st, 423 pieces. So they're going to combine these three into one. And if we read up here, this is 3K special announcement. Thanks for all the support these last 6 months. Looking forward to bring more quick and accurate LEGO Star Wars news in the future. 66804, blah, blah, blah. Sets calculated based on piece count and LEGO Star Wars sets in production. So, all right, if this, it all makes sense. The math is mathing. The calculations are calculated. If this ends up being what's on shelves on August 1st, how are you guys liking this? And at what price should it be? Okay, for it to be a good little combo pack set, what price should it be? So we're looking at retail. We're looking at 30, 20, and Rex is what? 13? So 30, 20, so 63. So 63 of retail. What do we expect this to actually be on the shelf? So 45, 45, 45. I was kind of hoping 40. I mean, I can see a world where it's 40. If it's 50, that's just pointless. 50 is pointless. I mean, 45 if they want to, be that guy. But I mean, I really do think, because I mean, think about it. Like, for it to be any sort of a deal, I mean, the Rex microfighters are $7 all over the place. So we're looking at 24 for the clone battle pack, 16. Again, we're talking about just like the common 20% offs, which LEGO knows happens. Like, it just is what it is. 24, 16, and 7. So $47. If it's 45, that's just pointless. If it's 50, that's even more pointless. I think it's got to be 40. If it's 45, I'm not going to be surprised. But $40, I think it makes sense. And then at that point, you wait for the deals at when it's 40 retail. Imagine you get it for half off then. January 1st comes or whatever. You know what I mean? You get it for $20. You get it for 15. You get it for 10. Going to be wild. So here we have a little recommendation for the Plo Koon Microfighter. Great for what it is. If you like microfighters, 10 out of 10 would recommend. There we go. Yeah, I'll probably wait till Brick World week. If we make a little Lego store trip during Brick World, I'll probably just grab that, on the way out type of thing. Since again, we're arguing semantics of like, do I just pay 15 or do I wait for it to go down to 10? You know what I mean? It's like $5. I don't know. If we were talking about 50 or something, be a little bit of a different story. No, onto the Death Trooper Battle Pack. Sweet. All right, so here we go. I mean, again, the math is mathing. It seems like this will probably be the case. I think Coop did some good research there. And if we had to make some final predictions as to what we think the second combo pack will be, do we know any information on that one, Coop, or no? Do we know absolutely anything about it? Have you done the Jedi Bob Star? I have not done that yet, Jose. No. I have not. Part of me wants to, but also part of me is just sitting here like, I don't know. You know what I mean? It's just like, I'm going to maybe look at it here and there. Like, am I ever going to really do anything with it? Probably not. I'm looking at my backlog right here. Dude, all right, who else can't wait till Stranger Things Season 5? I mean, you want to talk about a cool thing will be once Stranger Things Season 5 season comes out, like, I mean, we're talking like November-ish, I'm going to be doing live builds of the Stranger Things house. I've had that thing sitting up there waiting to build for years. I can't wait for that. I will continue to wait until it's 8. I blog we in Great Russia. Love like source very much, and I wait 21 Nova 66808 7+ battles in the title. So there's no, I mean, at that point that could be literally anything. So all right, so is it safe to assume that this other combo pack might only be 2 sets in it though? I mean, is that safe to assume that maybe they would do like a 3-pack and a 2-pack and not 2 3s? Yeah, Cristo, but I mean, it's not making it before Brick World though, right? All right, here we go. 384 on the likes, 16 more. 16 more before I'm out of here. Marvelous Minds. We'll probably. I mean, we're definitely gonna talk more about that $1,000 Death Star a little bit closer to release. You know what I mean? Like once we have a little more like concrete evidence, or not evidence, but just concrete like facts about it. You know? Well, I mean, honestly, there's a point in time where like I can see myself doing like an entire, like once we know a little bit more, I might even just do like a whole entire stream, like 2 hours long of just like breaking down everything we know, doing predictions, like doing. Like just everything, you know what I mean? Like an entire deep dive of the $1,000 Death Star. And then another thing is, I mean, once the set comes out, if I'm truly back into the YouTube swing, I mean, I could see myself buying that day one just to do 5 to 10 streams out of it. You know what I'm saying? And just do a bunch of build streams out of it for for business sake. All right, guys. I mean, at this point, I hate to do it since, I mean, again, we've had a very fun stream. I mean, we're on the 3-hour mark. Doesn't really feel like 3. But are there any final things? Like I said, I mean, it's a Tuesday. Don't really want to go too long. I mean, if it was a Friday, I mean, I could definitely see myself doing 5-6 hours, like just because. But I think 3 hours is a pretty comfortable little return thing, right? But let me know if there's any other things that like you truly think I should be talking about here. Let me know. Hey, just as long as I don't celebrate hitting 50,000 subs twice in my life, I'll be content, right? Don't necessarily need 100, but as long as I don't have to say, as long as I don't have to hear people tell me congratulations on 50K again, I'll be happy. Which again, at the end of the day, I totally get it. I think I lost 1,500 subs or 1,300 subs or whatever in the past year. Honestly, I was thinking it was going to be more, but I mean, 100 a month, it is what it is. You know what I mean? Like, I mean, from 2 reasons of people that say just genuinely just didn't like that I left, which I get it. And second thing is like, if you're subbed for the news, I'm not newsing it. So it's like, so I get it. At the end of the day, 100 people leave in a month. I thought it was going to be more. Shout out to everyone that stayed. It's good. All the traffic here in the stream, after a year and a half, fantastic. Sure, big topic and everything like that, but to get 300 to 400 people pretty much the entire time. I don't know yet, but I mean, probably upwards of 3,000 to 5,000 people. Or like 3,000 to 5,000 people total, which I mean, great. You know what I mean? And at this rate, pretty much the plans for the next, the next 2 weeks. All right. Just so you guys know, follow me on Instagram. Of course, I'm always there. All right. YouTube wise though, I'll probably be on ACOB on Thursday. All right. A couple of brickheads. So you definitely go over there and sub. I'm over there quite often. I'm over there probably 2 out of 3 times over there, honestly, every Thursday night. There should be a stream with Cristo, Stud City, sometime this week as well, if everything goes according to plan, over on his channel. And then Brick World wise, I might do a stream there. Maybe I will. Might be a fun little thing to do an hour there. But at this point, maybe not. Like last year, the whole reason why I kind of wanted to do it there was because like it was like the return thing then, but at Brickworld, you know, I got convinced to do it, but now the return is you know, already here. So I don't know. Brickworld I probably won't, but then post Brickworld, so we're talking like 2 weeks from now, like 2 Tuesdays from now, I will be back to 1 stream a week, probably on Fridays. All right, and we'll go for a couple hours. And then I'm thinking at least up front, there's 2 ways I can do this. All right, either I just do quick, short to the point, you know, don't worry about any length, just, you know, as stuff comes out, do a little 2-piece, do a little 4-piece, like, you know, minute wise, and just do that as they come out. Or I could see a world where like every Thursday or Friday, I just do like a weekly recap of everything for at least a month or 2. All right, until I'm back into like the 3 to 4 video a week, you know, groove. But I also do want to bring back the Q&A series. So at the bare minimum, after Brickworld, I can see the live once a week live stream, the Q&A series, and at least one other video. And we'll go from there. I think that's pretty much how June and July will happen. And August and onward, we'll kind of probably readjust then. But there are 2 or 3 other things like in the background happening that doesn't necessarily involve the channel. One might involve Cristo, Stud City, but that stuff will be pretty big if it goes how we plan into the future, which would kind of tie into the YouTube channel, kind of not, but just a very good outlook on like the future of me. You know what I mean? I'm in a very positive mood lately. You know what I mean? Taking care of my health, you know, working and making some good money this month. Back on YouTube now. You know, for both, you know, again, for the business sense, for my enjoyment sense, just glad to be back in the community, speaking my thoughts. I like talking. You guys know I do. And I'm glad to be back on here speaking. You know what I mean? And going, you know, into the future, there's you know, stuff planned as well. So it's been great. I mean, it's been, you know, I'll leave it at this. You know what I mean? I'll probably talk about this more. You know, maybe like in the next stream we do. Maybe we'll get into a little bit more. But I can pretty much just chop it up as this. I really do view like all of like 2024, say like 2024 in particular, as, and sure, this is like a retrospective excuse, maybe, sure. You know, I never intended on the break being this long, but I do at the end of the day view it as a buildup of everything that say happened in like 2020 till 2023 that I didn't really fully get over. And kind of just pushing to the side, it all kind of hit. And then 2024 was the year that I actually just pushed through all of it. You go what I'm saying? Now I'm over it. 2025 onward. You go what I'm saying? There's really no point in talking about the past. Like, it is what it is. Like, if this could be June 3rd, 2024, I wish it was. I wish it was, you know, last year, but it is just factually 2025 now. Barley brought up a good point. 2024 is the lost year. Very good point. I mean, it's the lost year of LifeBricks. I mean, it literally is. 2024 is the lost year of LifeBricks. So we'll see. Yeah, I mean, the rest of the year is gonna be good to be back. Probably definitely not 30 videos a month, I don't think. I mean, maybe eventually again, but to some extent, you know, I will be back. You guys will see me around. You guys will hear my thoughts on stuff. I'm still gonna pop up on other people's streams as well. You know, whether it's you know, an ACOP stream, a Cristo stream. You know, maybe a Ryan stream here and there. A couple other people's streams too. You know, I pop on. So yeah, any final thoughts, guys? And then we'll pretty much leave it here. And I will fully see you guys back here in about 2 weeks or so. Tyler's on the same schedule as Dioramas. There we go. Thank you, Owen. Thank you for being here. Thank you, Trail. Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, you know, in 2023, there was obviously some degree of people that like wanted, like, of course, watched me for the news and everything. But by the end of 2023, there was dozens and dozens of other people that also did the exact same thing. You know what I'm saying? It's not anything super exclusive just to cover news. You know, I would break something new here and there, but it wasn't like it would be like once a month. You know what I mean? It wouldn't be anything like absurd either. Like there would be a couple things I was able to break in 2023, but there was obviously something I did. Okay, just being myself, speaking the truth. All right, like with the knowledge I do know. All right, a little bit of humor mixed in. I don't know everything. You know, sometimes I say some stupid stuff, like not on purpose, but I think you mix all that together. Yeah, you do the live streams, keep stuff personable. You actually talk with people live on your live stream. You know, don't just gatekeep it behind paying me money. There's no point. The whole reason why I'm live streaming is to live interact with you guys. So I do think I added something there. You know what I mean? Like where I'm trying to read every comment, have a good time with you guys. And I just do think, like, I think my personal opinions on stuff obviously was a big driving factor of why people watched me back in the day. I mean, you go what I'm saying, and I hate to say back in the day, but it's been to, like, I mean, 2023, I wasn't doing like mutually exclusive content. There are a lot of people that try to like do what I did. You know, of course, we know a couple of the main, I hate to say copycats, but I mean, we all know the one. You know what I mean? And like, I was able to push beyond that, and people watched me for me. You know what I'm saying? Which I just appreciate that greatly. And I got to just kind of understand that. You know, I like talking about all this stuff in general. Like I would talk about this stuff anyway, like even just privately with some friends, or, you know, bring up a little something like with my dad or something, you know. But to be able to just do it on YouTube, do it on a live stream, a video or whatever, I mean, it just, I don't know, it just makes sense. You know what I mean? Why not vocalize my opinions to the public, especially when a lot of people agree with me? You know what I mean? I think I do bring a side of the table that is just unique to some extent, relatable to some extent, and just not, I don't pander to Lego, I don't pander to companies, I just speak the truth. You know what I mean? I'm positive when I need to be positive, negative when I need to be negative. I call out the good, I call out the bad, and I'm excited to be back. Very excited to be back. And I do see the pink over there on the super chat. So now that I got done with my little spiel right there, we got Molly Cooler. What a throwback. What a classic. I mean, we're coming up on probably 2 years of the Molly Cooler joke. But we got Molly Cooler Films. I'll never forget that, man. Molly Cooler Films for the 50 piece. Huge to possibly end off the super chats for the night. 50 piece right here. Welcome back. Just supporting the community. Thank you so much, man. And I'll actually give you one from each, Babu. All right. So let's see if you maybe get a double. All right. Let's take a guess. Is Molly Cooler going to get a double hey here? I'm going to do one from each Babu. Is he going to get a double hey? Let's see. Yeah, 2024 is the lost year. It is. I mean, it's the lost missions, man. 2024 was the lost missions, just like Clone Wars Season 6. I like it before because I knew they'd be there tonight. I'd have to wait till. Yep. Hopefully, I can be pretty timely on stuff too. You know, going forward. Thank you, Cole. All right, let's do the plush one first. Man, what plush Babu's being a dickhead, laughing at Molly Cooler. Let's hope the classic Babu says hey. There we go. It was meant to be, man. We end off on a hey from the classic Babu with the broken neck, a little bit of arthritis. So there we go. All right, perfect way to end it up. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hate to end it, but it has to end at some point. You know what I mean? It has to end at some point. What's going on, Max Bricks? Shout out again, 300 to 400 people here pretty much the entire time. You know, went under to 200 or so. You know, the classic 200 amount after the new stuff. But appreciate all of you guys here. 170 guys still here. Shout out to Coop, of course, for letting me use his Instagram, you know, post. And let's hope that, you know, Lego doesn't do anything too crazy with this stream. Hopefully they give me a little slack like they did in 2023. And it's my return stream, Lego. Come on. Don't do it to me, man. Don't do it to me. Copyright strike someone else. And by someone else, you guys all know who. Copyright him, not me. All right. Yeah, good to be back, guys. Thank you. There's 32 total super chats and member things. Thank you guys all so much. You know, and of course, extra shout out to Molly Cooler, of course, for that 50 spot right at the end there. And I will be back. This is fun. Catch me on Instagram. Catch me on ACOB this week. Catch me on a Stud City stream as well. Catch me at Brick World Chicago next week. I'd love to meet you guys, take some pics, hang out with you guys. Oh man, it sucks to end. It sucks to end. It's great to be back. What a good 315. What a good 315. Oh, dude. I literally, it's weird. I mean, look, this is being a little dramatic or whatever, but it is almost like one of those feelings like where it's like, I know I'm going to be back, but it's almost like, damn, I'm back, but I'm literally going to end it now. Well, that's a good point. All right. Even though, look, I love you all. I will do this to you guys. I'm going to leave you guys all wanting more. I will. Yeah, look. Yeah, look. Yeah, no, you hang up. Yeah. All right, for real. All right. Catch me on Instagram, ACOB, and Stud City Stream, Brick World. I'll see you guys all back on the LifeBricks YouTube channel about 2 weeks from now. All right. Video, live streams. We will be back in some fashion. Thank you guys all for sticking with me. Let's grind out the rest of 2025 soon. Have a great week, everybody. It's weird talking to you guys on a Tuesday. Have a great rest of your work week. I know a couple of people have finals. Have a great week, guys. And I'll catch you guys all soon. What was my saying, man? Because I ended off with one of these. I forgot my own saying. What did I used to end these off with? Does anyone know? Oh yeah, Coop, you're right. Does anyone what did I used to end it off with? I used to say, I'm very rusty. All right, stay safe. Yeah, okay, there we go. But it was something else, right? I mean, but all right, I'll just close you guys off on just a classic. True, it is a new chapter. All right, here. All right, the 2 final thoughts. All right. Make Lego Star Wars big again and stay safe.